Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. It's Friday around here, so I had things to do, but we're here now and we can get going. Oh, Julie, you are making me feel so special tonight. I hope everybody's doing well. If you do me a favor tonight, make sure that you go ahead, clock in for your shift by hitting that like button and tell me what you had for dinner. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. Look at 20 people left just because I got here. But Sean's here. Carla's here. Hi, guys. I hope everybody is well. I don't think I missed anything, and I am so excited. What do you got for dinner, Taria? Crazy Cat had shrimp for dinner. I haven't had anything. I do have a coffee here, and I am excited about it. KFC, that sounds delicious. Oh, Drunk Beaver. Oh, wait, Mayor had ice cream. I love it. And Drunk Beaver Productions, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys, we have some court to watch tonight. I don't know what everybody's been watching or where y'all have been tonight. I hear that some of you have traveled together from live stream to live stream. 3 eggs. Patricia, okay, hold on. We gotta check in on this. Patricia had 3 eggs. I need to know how they were cooked, Patricia. And some celery with peanut butter. It's a Friday. I love it. Sounds like a girl dinner / toddler dinner, and I love that. Oh, Colin rated before I started. Oh, thanks, Colin. I love it. And Colin had nachos. That sounds delicious. Fried sunny side up. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, if you're new here, hi, I'm Paisley, and we watch court in the kitchen. We used to actually watch court in my kitchen. I would cook and we would watch court together, but for multitude of reasons, that is impractical in some senses, and so we don't often get into the kitchen anymore, although that is a goal for the rest of this year. Mayor, look at that. So guys, firstly, thank you to Mayor. Thank you. We do members only every Sunday after Court Watchers Anonymous. If you love court, you're going to like it here. I go live every single day with court, twice on Sundays. And Mayor has, unfortunately, his wife passed away last week. Was it last week or this week? Regardless, tomorrow is her memorial service. It is on YouTube. Mayor, please drop the link, and please make sure that you guys set your reminders and go and pay your respects. Breakfast for dinner. Oh, you're volunteering. That's so good. So good. I love that. Night shift workers, we stan you. I totally understand that. And broccoli and steak. And so, yes, what time zone am I in? Well, that's a great question. I am on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island. So I am in the Pacific time zone. Is that what it's called? Pacific. And that's actually, Vince, the reality. I took over the kitchen in terms of filming, and sometimes we do like 6-hour, we've done 9-hour live streams before. And I'll just say the people that live here are not as excited as you guys are to hear me react to court all the time. Cellulite Yoga Pants can probably drop the link, Mayor. Yeah, anyways, we're going to get going. We're going to watch some small claim stuff out of Thurston County. That's just down the ocean from me. But like I said, I am Canadian, so I learn about the same as you guys do when we watch these things. Oh, and yeah, Drunk Beaver Productions is here. All right, let's go. Shall we? Hi, Judge. She is very, very friendly.
There we are. We're back on record and live streaming and on record here at Thurston County District Court. And Mr. Begier, why don't you come on up and find a table?
Which side would you like?
I don't care. It's up to you.
Does that guy have a box
Not a
of
crush
things,
here.
Mikey? Hi. Oh, that's a box, folks. He's bringing a box to the table. Is that a box and a bag?
Picking up a couple of cases where Mr. Begier has filed small claims, 37351 and 37352. We'll kind of figure out what all these are the same claim or what, but I mean, I'm looking, everyone, so you know, I'm looking at my file, which is electronic, thanks. And so I'm
Yes, we
looking
know.
back and forth between screens and I am listening, but I'm also looking here at what I've got. Let's see. Okay. So first things first, let me put everybody under oath. So Mr. Begier, I'm going to have you stand up with me and raise your right hand. Do you
Hold
swear to
on,
tell the
she
truth,
never
the whole
asked us
truth,
to
and
stand
nothing
up,
but the
Judge.
truth?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Seat. And let's see, I've got several folks on the other side. Mr. Rahala, are you there? Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
To raise your right hand with me, Mr. Rahala, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
Okay, and then I've got Bobby Anderson, is it? You to unmute? Raise your right hand with me. Need to unmute. You get unmuted?
Yes,
There you
Judge,
go.
I'm
All right,
unmuted.
raising your right hand. I can't see you. Maybe you need to scooch to your left.
My left?
You slide to your left there. Okay,
Left.
that's better. Raising your right hand. Ms.
right.
Anderson, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Can't hear you. Okay.
I do.
And then, thank you. We have Ms. Henyon at one point. There you are with Viz Group. Okay, raising your right hand. Ms. Henyon, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Oh my God,
Right.
I've taken the oath like 6 times.
John Naughton. Got John Naughton here. Sir, if you'd
Yep.
raise your right hand with me. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right.
Oh, we got a
Got
good
everybody
yeah.
under oath here. So first off, there are a lot of people that you've named, Mr. Begier, and I have to just kind of figure out
Love you.
that. And a caveat here, this is small claims. If this gets to be wildly complex, you're in the wrong court, but we're going to find that out. Small claims is designed to be simple, designed to be not a complex case, designed to allow people to get into a court to get a resolution solved in a couple of months, not a couple of years. That's why it's very limited. That's why we reduce the rules of evidence. That's why we reduce,
Awesome.
you know, but I can't do away with credibility. I can't do away with, you know, are things authentic that you're handing, or they corroborated evidence? I can't do away with the law on contracts. I'm guessing here is what it's about. I'm still trying to figure out, and I'll hear what it's about. But if it becomes an issue that I think is not appropriate for small claims, it may end it here. And if you think you've got something to do, you may have to file a civil lawsuit. But just a heads up. So first off, you know, it gets to be complex when we have all these folks named as defendants. So I'm going to try and figure out, first off, Mr. Begier.
Hold on, this is one case. Ah, Mikey, thank you so much. You are too sweet. 5 more members coming on Sundays. I hope you all come on Sunday, but also come to our members only. Amazing. I hope make sure that you've turned on gifting. We have pretty incredible people around here who buy gift memberships a lot, and we are so thankful. Also for people like Wahoo 222. I love it. Thank you. So sweet. So sweet. Oh, Mayor. Our hearts. Love to Sassy and you. And yeah, if you're new here, welcome. It is a little bit crazy, but it's lots of fun. Aw, Behemoth Monkey. 3 whole months. Amazing. Okay. Donna, you had Longhorn Steakhouse. Okay, like I said, I'm Canadian, so I've never been there, but I've heard about that. So you had chicken fingers and fries. What dipping? Are we dipping in sweet and sour, plum sauce, barbecue, ketchup? What are we dipping in? What are we dipping in? That's my question. Also, I just became it just dawned on me. This is all one case. Sorry, this way. This is all one case. These people are all involved in the one case, which is a little bit nuts. Oh, honey mustard. Okay. MB asking the real questions around here. Bushy vages. Please tell me you screenshotted it. Please tell me you will post it in the Discord. I didn't. I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. But okay. And you saw 2 today? Yeah, Kimby! Yay. Okay. You guys are so awesome. A whole month, and I love the pupper. Courtney's here. Courtney, did you see any hairy badges on the YouTube thumbnails today? We're tracking that down. We are tracking that down. Peter is here. Wait, you're not from Canada and you've never heard of Longhorns, but where are you from? Psychosaurus Rex. I like your name, by the way. Okay, let's continue.
Why, maybe you can tell me,
Yes.
just simply,
Very easy.
and, you know, I see you've got a box full of papers and I've looked at what I can from what you filed, but I look at this claim and why do you think somebody owes you $10,000?
Okay, I'm from California.
Yeah,
My son come here, it costs us $2,000 every time he comes here.
that doesn't
Okay,
matter.
Anyway,
What I want to know
okay,
is
so-
why do you think somebody owes you $10,000?
this is a rental unit that we own.
Okay,
It's a small
so you
complex.
own this, you
Yeah.
still own something in the homeowners association.
Yes, there's
Okay.
20 units in this complex, okay?
Okay.
We own one of them. There was water damage 2 years ago
Where?
into the unit, but it came in from the common area. You know the
Can you
difference?
tell me what the address is?
That's 2300 9th Avenue Southwest, Olympia, Washington, A5.
And so it's a rental unit, it's a house,
It's a condo. Yeah,
Condo.
Townhouse, yeah.
townhouse.
Done.
Okay, so all right, so there was water damage at some point and that was sometime in 2022.
2 years ago.
Okay,
So why are you just talking about it now, sir? Also, thank you, Gecko Chaser. They aren't geckos, but there's been a recent influx of lizards around where I live. They are not geckos, though. We don't know. Could be all night. Legit, I've literally gone 9 hours before by accident. That's what he said. Do you really? Oh my God. Yeah, if it took him 2 hours to get around to this is crazy. I said 2 hours. 2 hours would be appropriate. 2 years? No, not. Oh, MB, did you click on it and there was no hairy badge to be seen and that's what really bothers you?
Been trying to get the money ever since. I sent multiple letters.
Stop. I just want to know what your claim is concisely so I have a better idea what's going on
I
here.
know there's 10,000 limitations. I know that. I'm very happy.
So
with
you
that.
say somebody owes you $10,000 and they owe you that money because of Water restoration
No,
repairs. So,
water damage from the common area. When you have a condo, common area is the complex. They have their own insurance. If it enters into our area, that's
Right.
another issue. It's the water protruded from the common area, not
All
our
right.
unit. So that's why it's not my insurance company.
okay.
It's that insurance company. Okay,
So what I'm reading from your notice, your claim here, water restoration repairs, which was already paid to defendants by farmers. Defendants failed to
No.
pay plaintiff. I'm just reading your claim. So tell me, you're saying no, that's not your claim?
Oh my God. Oh, can it get any better? He literally just is saying no, no, but this is his claim that she's reading out loud. And Polkaroo, what a great question. Why is his kid there? A bit old for sympathy. We have seen babies brought to court for sympathy, generally by people that want to avoid jail. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much. Taria, I think it's Maria, but Taria. Is it Taria? Fuck, we've gone over this, Paisley. Yeah, Harry Vag and the Lizards does sound like a punk band. Dibs. Dibs. I'm never starting a band. Anybody can use that name. Who am I kidding?
the claim is Randy, who's a sole HOA guy. It's not like a big complex, a lot of members. Okay, he's been renting it for 6-7 years, illegally actually. And what's happened is he got the check mailed to his house 2 years ago. Okay, for my damage, and he's never given it to me. He just plays a game. Figure out this guy's from California, he'll never do anything.
So you're saying that there was water damage, or it started in the common area of the condo,
Exactly.
and you believe, of course, that's covered by farmers
Yeah,
insurance.
they came
you
out,
think?
the insurance company came out from
Okay.
from the condo, from the HOA, which is Randy, again, so the complex, and protruded into our property. And
Okay,
that's why
so what
they have to take
happened
care of it.
in your property?
Okay, I restored it, spent $42,000. I have all the receipts and the contractors,
Do
everything.
you know that the limit here?
I know. I'm very,
Okay.
very happy with that. Okay.
I
wanna
mean,
get it
even
done.
if you prove your claim,
But
you're
I
not
got-
gonna
I
get
got-
$42,000.
For digital economy, I can do this fast track for you. I have a letter from an attorney from
Okay.
them just a few days ago.
Okay, so it's hearsay, isn't it? Would an attorney's letter be hearsay? This guy is cutting off the judge at the wrong time, bud. I don't know if he gets it. I love it though. I fucking love how fast he is out of the gate here. Out of the gate. If small claims, I thought it was 5K. I think it's 10 in Thurston County, Washington. We'll see.
Mhm.
I accept their terms, except I do not, they want me to take, it was like
So you
27.
have some sort of settlement in the works.
No, but what they want me to do, they want me to suffer. I mean, I give them 2 years of this money free. Okay, the interest and hardship, not paying.
So I'm still trying to understand.
Okay, so
I'm still trying to understand, Mark, my knight in shining armor. Thank you so much. Amazing. 20 more people. Members only Sunday. Do. It's Friday, baby. Or we could call it Fry-yay around here. We heard a judge say that one time. I know the chat's going crazy right now with all these people getting memberships. Woo! Thank you so much. I am so glad that we do members only every Sunday. You know, a seasoned YouTuber once talked to me about my members only and really told me that you have to give something to the people, Paisley. And so that's why we do it every Sunday. Yeah, right? Also, Patricia. I'm glad to hear you're doing a new job. It didn't start Monday, though, did it? We know around here, everybody has jobs starting Monday, it would seem. But this, I wondered, Paul, an official letter might not be hearsay. It might just be admitted as under evidence as like part of the record. I don't know. Ah, good. Thank you for checking. You guys are amazing. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, exactly, right? I have a job. It starts on Monday, I swear.
Well,
There was water damage to the common area. It
Yes.
seeped into your rental unit, 2,300. And there's $42,000 worth of damage to
Right.
your rental unit
Yes.
because of why are they at fault for that?
Like I say, it's a common area. That's the HOA.
Yeah.
Okay. And Randy took the money, it's supposed to be for my repairs,
Okay.
my units.
So,
Instead, he
all
took the
right.
money to pass it on to me.
So
100%.
Farmers Insurance paid the homeowners association and
Exactly. I
not
never
you.
got zip,
Why do you believe you're entitled to it?
because that's what the claim came from, the common area into our units. We're not, it's
Okay.
not mine. It's
All
entirely
right.
Okay.
And so the insurance that covers the HOA is Farmers.
Farmers. Yes.
And, okay, and apparently maybe HOA made a claim, I don't know, we'll hear about that, but a claim and Farmers paid off for the common area and you think therefore you're entitled to some of that. Why do you believe you're entitled to
Because
that?
for my repairs, for my.
Okay.
Can I
Do you understand it now, Cheshire Cat? The dual judge cam is actually a singular judge cam with a roving courtroom camera that changes the angle based upon who's speaking. So these two people up here in the courtroom we wouldn't be able to see them at all if there was no second judge cam. But I get what you're saying, but that's why that happens.
add something?
Why do you?
Can I add something?
Please stop interrupting. We'll get to everybody. And I understand you're also a plaintiff, but I'm starting here. All right, so you have to show the court why these people owe you this money.
Because it was an insurance company from the HOA. They paid off my claim, off of my damage
All right,
in their pocket to his house. And went to, he's the HOA at that time. For 6 years, he's been running himself like one person. Okay. It's like a cash cow, but a smoking gun here, Your Honor. And I know this association was actually dissolved on November 3, 2021 by the Secretary of State. So it's a dissolved HOA. Okay.
all
And
right.
it resumed on July 19th, 2022. So
And when did this happen?
this happened at 6/30/22.
June 30th
Yeah,
of 2022.
So I had
And you
to file
say
something
that,
within 2 years.
okay, and you say that the homeowners association didn't exist when this happened.
Well, HOA is 6/30/22, but they had a policy pending on the unit, on the complex.
All
They
right,
came out and paid
all right.
off my damage.
Still trying to see why you think, all right, so let's
Let's-
take it, all right,
let's-
Randall Rahala, you say
Common area.
is owing you money because, let me look at some exhibits here that help me. I see that,
I have all the receipts here and I sent them on.
I see as the Secretary of State says
Yes.
that Randy Rahala is a governor of this organization.
Well, right now, he's up to snuff. He just. they
We're talking
comply.
about June 30th of 2022.
Yeah, there's.
So June 30th of 2025 is the expiration date on the Secretary of State business information. You're saying that June 30th of 2022, the
If you look at the
homeowners,
if you look at the
did the
document,
homeowners association exist when this happened? What's your,
the homeowners was Randy. Okay.
so did the
HOA.
homeowners
But the money was
association
going to his
exist?
pocket, basically.
Can you answer my question?
Yes, yes.
Did the homeowners association exist or not exist on June 30th? of
Well, it
22?
existed in Randy's mind.
So
Yeah,
you believe it
me too.
did not exist? That's what I'm trying to understand your claim. So help me. Don't go off on bird walks. Answer questions.
Don't go off on bird walks. Why have I never heard that before in my entire life? And I love it, Judge. Don't go off on bird walks, sir. Look at Bobby down there looking up. This is honestly exactly why we love small claims court. This is honestly as good as we could hope for. I didn't even have to cue this video up, you guys. This is it. This is the reality of court. These are your tax dollars, ladies and gentlemen. Your tax dollars at work. Tin Man, you're lurking? You just said hello. I know, right? Like bird walks and period fences. Yeah, we have quite an eclectic library of cases that we've gone through. I would if I could remember it. I never do. This guy knows nothing but bird walks. This guy's bird walked here from fucking California, blaming everybody for being California, or blaming him on California. Erica, I think it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. The only reason I say that is because I have a new computer and it's been working amazing. And so, knock on wood, we have not had any Creed frames subsequently.
So June 30th of 2022, you believe the homeowners association did not exist.
It didn't dissolve, it was dissolved
Okay.
between that period.
Where
But-
do I see
but-
that in your exhibits?
I do, right here. Here's a
You
list from the.
filed a lot of stuff, and
No,
so
I actually in
direct
your
me.
exhibit here. It's from the, and it's supposed to be a nonprofit charity, which is not.
Let's not get off on a bird walk here. I'm trying to look at all your exhibits and figure out. So you believe that the homeowners association did not exist on June 30th, 22. So therefore,
But their policy covered it.
okay. And so did,
I'm talking about the mechanics of it.
All right.
The board was him.
all right. So you believe money from the insurance went to Mr. Rahala and not to you, and it should have gone to you somewhat.
Exactly.
Okay. Again, so, all right, Bobette or Bobby Anderson, how is it that you're suing her? What is it?
No, I'm not suing her. I'm trying to get her as a witness. I'm trying to follow the money.
Oh, so
because-
I should, okay,
so-
because you named her as a defendant, so that.
Well,
means
I
you're
had to
suing her.
because she's named as a secretary. I never met her in my life.
Are you suing her?
I mean, I wanted her to come to court and.
You believe
see what-
she owes you $10,000?
Well, they put it on a document that she's on the board.
That's fine, but are you suing her?
I'm,
You have to tell me who.
well, I don't know because I don't know who's who.
Well, that means you have to decide and you have to have proof. Why is Bobby Anderson then? What does
If-
she owe you and how is it that she should owe you $10,000?
Because she was a secretary. She was holding the bag, the money.
Okay, and that,
Everything he says is implying some sort of like conspiracy theory. I'm getting, oh shit. Am I going to get in trouble from YouTube Daddy for saying that? What should we call those? I don't know what to call that otherwise. We got to think of a word for that. Because this one's, I'm getting 5150 vibes at this time, right?
so that's the only basis?
Well, she's the secretary of the HOA. They put her on one document here.
You say that like that's enough. There has to be some basis that she owes you.
No, I
Something.
subpoenaed because I want to hear from her.
Okay, so you.
I don't know. I have to get the input with what
So
she's.
you put
what's
her on
what's her
your
role here?
claim as a defendant, as someone you're suing
What's her
because you
role is,
wanted
yeah.
her to be a witness.
Yeah, well, she could be. I don't know if she's a culprit. I need to follow the money. Did she take the money? Can we hear from her?
You can call anyone you want
Okay,
as
I'll
a
have to talk to
witness,
her.
but we're not calling her now. I'm still
Okay.
trying to figure out if you have a claim even against this person.
I do.
Bobby Anderson?
No, I mean, I don't know until I talk to her.
Well, then you don't name somebody as a defendant
Well,
unless you're.
she's the
sure.
treasurer of the HOA, okay?
Secretary, you said before?
No.
You said secretary.
Treasurer, I said treasurer.
So she's,
Sir, don't make me roll the tape back because I fucking will. You understand I have all goddamn night to figure this tinfoil hat theory out. Again, you're arguing with the wrong lady in court, sir. You are arguing with the judge. She ain't no secretary either, and you did say secretary. Okay? Right? Like, it sounds like he's watched a lot of movies, read a few John Grisham novels. He is probably just watched that one about the firm. He probably read the book, then watched the firm, and him and his son, oh, they listened to it on audiobook driving up from California. Allegedly.
Treasurer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I still don't see a basis yet as to Bobby Anderson. Maybe that'll come. What about this group?
Secretary of State is.
What about this group?
The VIS group is, during that period,
Did he just call on
they
the
signed a
Secretary of
contract on May.
State? Hold on. Sir, we usually only hear about them when they've taken away driver's licenses. Did he really just... Hold on, I gotta go back because I think I maybe misheard that. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on that. He didn't say that.
Anderson, maybe that'll come. What about this group?
Secretary of State is.
What about this group?
The VIS group is, during that period, they signed a contract on May 17th, 2022.
Okay.
Okay, Randy didn't know the membership, no, but he hired them on his own during that period. And now they,
To do what?
to manage our association.
Okay.
Okay.
So this group is a manager of your homeowners association?
Yeah, they just, at the last minute though, just recently.
That wasn't on June 30th of 2022?
No, this
No.
is just recently, just like.
So then how is Viz Group a defendant in your case?
Because they're holding the money. It's all connected. He camouflaged a crime and got them on. And so now that's the situation. They just came on.
They just came on when?
I'd say about, well, they signed a contract May 17th, 2022. And when I did research, the association was dissolved at that period, at that time. Unbeknownst to me.
So it sounds like there's a lot of issues here. Whether this homeowners association existed on June 30th of 2022, whether there was damage and
But
whether.
to check with the
you're owed.
Randy Rajala, where's the money? Let's follow the money.
Yeah, all right,
Okay.
Hidden Creek Homeowners Association, that sort of makes some sense, I wonder.
Hidden is in their name, Judge. They're hiding so many things. And like I just said, hidden is in their name.
But you're saying it didn't exist
He's the
when
only,
this happened.
he was the only guy. They just got the other two members on recently. Okay.
The other two members, who the other?
Well,
two members?
we got Rajala and Barbette. And Barbette's the secretary. So I'm trying to find, if I have a bill I need to get paid, you go to the secretary, right? I mean, treasurer rather.
So it's, all right, so you're also suing Hidden Creek Homeowners Association, but
Well, because he's solely the association. He just put them on board and he just filed a recent document within a month ago, like his own conformity now.
so tell me where to look in your documents for that Secretary of State issue
Okay.
that you're talking about.
It's right here. It's called corporations and charities. I can give it to you. It's in your
Yeah, let me
document as
look
well.
Here, express annual report changes.
It's right here. The arrows are right there.
Yeah, I'm looking at your documents
Okay.
here. I'm not gonna take a bunch of papers. So which one, what date? I've got one filed June 30th of 19. Is that not the one?
Yeah, I have a
You're
dissolution.
inside the house.
Okay, I'll keep looking in your
That's
documents.
that's the one filed the July 1st, 21.
Okay.
And then I
let me
have
find that one. Okay. So I've
okay, the
got
dissolution filed, wait a minute. I have it 11/3/21. That's where I get
All
that
right,
date.
looking at that administrative dissolution
From the state of California, that's from the
as a
state,
result, all right, Secretary of State from Washington,
right?
dissolved as of 11/3/21.
Right. Not an entity.
Okay, and so then,
I just found out about this.
let's see, I've got some more information from the Secretary of State.
The filing system is right, it will tell you.
Well,
So
I thought
11/3/21 administrative,
I think we could use a doctor around here. Are you a real doctor? Or what? It gets sadder and sadder every minute that it goes on, to be honest. Like, it's funny, but it's also like this is diluted, allegedly. I have to say that so many times. We should count how many times I say allegedly, or in my opinion. Donald, can that be your job? If you didn't come late? No, I'm just joking.
resolution, 7-1 delinquent annual report, 5-1 annual report.
It's right in the filing I did online as well.
That's what I'm looking at.
Here it is right here. I have
Why don't you tell me what it is and I'll
He's
look for
digging
it.
in the
It's,
box.
What's the date filed? That helps.
Okay, it says 7/20/2024. It's got the corporations and charities filing system, of the state of California. And on top of that, it has the, where they reinstated it here on the date I just told you. So they reinstated it on July 19th, 2022.
Okay,
So they were down all that time.
all right.
They weren't even an entity. And the VIS group signed a contract to be their management company when they didn't even exist.
So you're suing Hidden Creek Homeowners Association as it exists now for something that happened when they didn't exist.
Well, Randy was taking all the money. We were sending all the money to Randy, okay?
So
He's
let's
the
move-
HOA.
let's move on to John Naughton.
It's fraudulent,
So
huh?
John Naughton, how is he?
I have to
using
talk to
sued?
him. I don't know where the money is because you have the treasurer and you have John. And they won't say anything. There's no transparency. So I have to.
So kind of like Ms. Anderson, you need to talk to them. You call them as
Because
witnesses,
she's the
not
treasurer.
defendants.
She has the money. I figure a treasurer usually carries the money, right?
Okay. So, all right.
Please tell me he subpoenaed the bank. Please tell me he subpoenaed the bank. Please tell me he subpoenaed a bank.
She's the treasurer.
Yeah, your
Let's hear
claim,
from
your
her.
claim is you don't know who you're suing. And it's clear you don't know because you need to do more research.
No,
and
no,
more
no.
information.
Rajala at the time was.
It's
was there.
clear to this board,
And
you don't know who
He
you're
cast a check.
suing, and that's a basic.
And we have a letter from the attorney.
Let me move on to the other claim. Maybe that's gonna help clarify. So we're looking at 37352, and that's the one solely against Mr. Rahala. And you're
Correct.
claiming something different in your notice. I'm gonna bring that up. Your notice rules, what,
Oh, Chuck's wife, we're very sorry to hear that. I know he wasn't feeling well a couple days ago. Please pass our good vibes on to Chuck. He's always so sweet and positive in the chat. Please do pass it along. That's very concerning. We will definitely be thinking of him. Also, this case is nothing. This is seriously, this guy thinks he's got a full-on RICO case, and he's got allegedly nothing at this point. And also, he just showed up, so I don't think we can blame the water in Thurston for this one. He drove up from California. He drove up from California.
what the parameters of this is.
Okay.
So
Do-
months reimbursement, HOA fees of dissolved Hidden Creek Association not authenticated by State of Washington
Exactly.
Secretary of State.
Exactly. I just telling you about
So
that.
9 months reimbursement of HOA fees.
Yeah.
So, and Mr. Rahala, you're suing him individually for that?
I'm suing him for that. Yes, absolutely. Because he was taking all the money in himself.
But you're claiming it's Hidden Creek Association was,
He is the
Dissolved.
HOA. He is the association.
well, if it's dissolved,
I mean, that's.
there isn't one.
I know, but when I was looking at, I mean, I'm the man on the street. We're sending the money to him. We would assume he's it.
So you want a reimbursement for fees because,
When the check went
didn't
actually to
associate.
his house and he cashed it, what does that say? Tell
all
you?
right, so 9 months of fees that you say you sent to Mr. Rahala in the thought that they were homeowners fees, and yet there wasn't a homeowners association.
Exactly. It was
Okay.
dormancy.
All
Not
right.
dormant, not dormancy, but it dissolved. Excuse me. It was dissolved, as you see there, from the state of California.
Well, state of California has nothing to do with Washington here on this. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Because you have to be registered with the state of California, and also he's a charities and
Who has to
nonprofit.
be registered
also.
with the state of California?
We
What's
all
that?
do.
Who has to be registered with the state
Everybody.
They
of
have to be,
California?
the Secretary of State. You're just looking at the document.
This is,
The the Secretary of State in Washington has to register with the state of California. This is from the top down, Judge. This is so deep, you can't even get it. That's what's happening here. So deep, you can't even get it. I fucking wish. Honestly, one day I want a kid to show up in court and sue somebody. Can they do that? We covered a case the other day where it was settled for a kid, but I want the actual kid in the courtroom calling the shots.
Washington. This is a
Okay.
home in Washington.
Okay.
Washington law applies. I'm trying to
Okay.
understand why you keep talking about California.
No, I'm not talking about California. I'm talking about the,
You're misstating yourself.
yeah, I'm from
Okay.
California.
Washington.
I'm
Keep
from
thinking
California.
Washington. Washington.
I'm from California.
Okay, you're just misstating.
Exactly, yes.
But you keep saying California.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I'll take that. So you believe on this other claim, 37352, that Mr. Rahala personally owes you $3,000 because he took homeowners fees
For 9
when
months,
there wasn't a homeowner.
$325 times 9.
Okay, and you discovered when that this was July of 2022?
Yeah, this is right here. It's all of this is from 11/3/2021 till 7/19/2022.
Okay, all right, so that's a little more clear.
That's
So
325.
let me, it's a little unusual, but I'm gonna go back to 37351. I'm gonna, just that issue of who you're suing and whether,
Well, they were
I'm
taking
gonna
them.
talk to them. I'm gonna, what their point of view is on.
but
And
be-
that's the only issue I'm taking right now to try and
But be
figure out
mindful,
if
I'm
you,
sending a
stop
check.
interrupting me,
All right,
sir.
sure, okay.
I'm telling you what I'm trying to
Okay,
do here to
sure.
clarify. This is, that you have a whole box full of documents.
That's right.
You filed a bunch of stuff here. It's not clear, and I'm trying to clarify. The first step is to figure out, well, one of the first steps, figure out who you're suing and if there's a basis for that. And if there is, we'll go forward on those
they have their
things, but if
attorney-
not, stop interrupting. I know you have a lot to say, but
Oh, Bobby's playing the drinking game. Whoever, if anybody at home is playing the drinking game for when she says stop interrupting me, that's 2 shots you've had to take. Bobby's catching up in the middle here. Honestly, you cannot make this up. If I did and I hired actors to play these roles like I have in the past, y'all wouldn't believe me.
it doesn't work if people interrupt each other. So I'm going to turn over first off on case 37351. Okay, why don't we, who's representing Hidden Creek Homeowners Association? Among all these parties, anybody here themselves representing Hidden Creek Homeowners Association or has that ability? And you're muted if you're talking because I can't hear you.
Your Honor, we have 2 of the board members present, Randy Rayala and John Naughton, and then VIS Group by extension is the management company. But I'm also
Okay.
here to represent
Back
VIS.
to Senya, you're here. Mr. Kean was, if I'm saying that correctly, was listed as a defendant, but you're from Viz Group and you're allowed to bind Viz Group in litigation.
Yes, I have expressed and written permission from our CEO to represent VIS in this matter today.
Okay, so what relationship do you have to this Hidden Creek Homeowners Association?
Well, if I may just really quickly run through just some of the key points so
Tell-
we
Tell
can
me
settle
what
that.
your relationship is first, so I understand how you fit into this puzzle.
I'm sorry, did you say how does VIS fit in the puzzle?
She means you, lady. Stop. Weird. Her name's Ekaterina. We had another lady that was Ekaterina recently. Anyway, stop dicking around. Just say I work for the company or whatever. Don't be like him. Then you're both going to be annoying.
Yes,
Yes,
are you?
well, we don't. As far as the
Association.
claim goes, we do not. We were not actually managing the association at the time, nor at the time that the check was received. The association was self-managed and acquired management services to assist in their daily operations. So that's when we
Okay.
came in.
When did you come in to manage the Hidden Creek Homeowners Association?
It actually was May of 2023. The conversation about managing the association started sooner than that, but it wasn't until May of 2023 that we became collective management fee and actually became engaged.
Okay, all right. So, and your thought then as to being named as a defendant on this June 30th of 2022 allegation, what's Viz Group's point of view?
As far as this litigation goes?
Whether you should be named as a defendant?
Oh, no, I absolutely should not be named as a defendant here, and we are definitely asking for this to be dismissed for VIS. And I can certainly go through some of the key points as why we believe that's the case.
Okay, as to your motion to be dismissed from this lawsuit, tell me that. Go ahead, tell me why you believe it should be dismissed from the lawsuit.
Thank you. VIS Group is a Washington corporation, which was first retained by the board of Hidden Creek to assist with the management of the condominium in May of 2023. VIS Group had no involvement with the Hidden Creek when the insurance check upon which the plaintiff's claim is based was received by association. Though the HOA funds were transferred to an account over, VIS has control shortly after HOA's board retained VIS. VIS has no authority to release any association funds to anyone, including the plaintiff, absent direction and authorization from the board. There is no basis for the plaintiff's claim against VIS, much less against Mr. Kian, who is an officer and registered agent of VIS. Instead, the plaintiff clearly has abused the small claims process provided to legitimize litigation.
I don't need a comment on whether someone should file a lawsuit. I just need to know why you think you should be dismissed from the lawsuit. So you weren't there on June 30th of 2022. You didn't come into being, stop it. I'm talking to someone, it's distracting. We have one recording and I'm not gonna have people interrupting each other. I've told you a third time. I don't wanna do it again. All right, so Viz Group came into management with this Hidden Creek Homeowners Association not till May of 2023. You're saying you weren't involved in the issues previous to that. You're saying that the homeowners association, do you hold their money? Is that, I need to understand that better. You said money was transferred. What does that mean?
So as a management company, we certainly have access to the bank accounts for the homeowner associations, but we do not take action or release funds unless we're expressly, authorized to do that. So at the time of this transfer of funds, we were not on board, but that is to say that the bank accounts eventually came across and we became managing the financials.
And you require a board action directing you to release funds to anybody, to any person, to any agency body.
Yes, unless standardized contracts that are covered in our management agreement, for the most part, situations like this would require board authorization, most definitely.
Okay. All right. And then, so Ms. Anderson, let me turn to you. You need to unmute. All right, Ms. Anderson, you're named as a defendant in this lawsuit, and I'm wondering, do you believe that you should be a defendant in this lawsuit? Do you have any, that's the issue I'm trying to deal with.
I do not believe that I should be. I did not become a board member until late, I don't know exactly the month, but late 23. And we did not have actual officers.
Ms. Anderson, you're really difficult to hear. There's background noise and then it's really faint. What device are you working off of?
I'm sorry.
A hearing aid.
Is it a laptop? Is it a phone? Is it a tablet? What are you working with?
A computer.
Okay. You're gonna have to speak up very loudly. If you know where the microphone is on there, I need you to get very close because you're very faint. So Ms. Anderson, you started on the board when?
My friend that's sitting next to her, and she's trying to
Literally
check
worse.
her.
Ma'am, it's literally worse. Guess what? This is really good advice. If you don't know where the microphone is on your computer, it's probably right beside where the camera is. So just look at that, get closer to that, and yell at that. This lady's the treasurer?
Volume to see if she can increase her volume. And here's the picture. Okay.
What is
Maybe you
that?
can say
said
something
no.
and we can see.
She said no to that she should not be a part of this because
I need to hear from
was
Ms.
not
Anderson.
part of the-
To hear from Anderson and not somebody else. Ms. Anderson's the one under oath. She's the one named. So Ms. Anderson should answer my question.
No,
So
I
it's-
should. It's not. No. No, I should not be because I was not on the board at the time in 22. I only came on the board after VIS took over, and I resigned from the board in probably reasons. So I was only on the board for a very short time.
So maybe from about May of 2023 until when?
Until probably February of 24. February of 24.
All right, thank you. So that's why you believe you should be named individually. Someone who owes Mr. Gear.
Well, I have no knowledge of what went on in 22, even though I was an owner.
And you're no longer on the board?
I am no longer on the board. Correct.
All right, and then
Is that what
Mr.
that
Naughton, if I could turn to you.
is? Killing me.
So Mr. Naughton, you're muted, so you'll need to unmute. And Ms. Anderson, you can remute so that you're not interrupting things.
Please.
Some real bad background. There you go. Mr. Naughton, you unmute.
Whoop.
All right,
How's
Mr.
that?
Naughton, as to that, hi there, as to that very focused question I'm trying to figure out. You're being sued individually by Mr. Begier on this claim. Do you have anything to say about you being sued individually?
Yeah. Whenever this dispute happened, it happened well before I was on the board. I have absolutely nothing to do with this.
When did you come onto the board?
Well, whenever VIS began managing us.
Okay, they tell me that was about May of 2023.
Okay, then I probably came on, well, may have been May or June. So it was very soon after they took over.
Are you still on the board?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so individually, you're a board member. Do you have any officer duties?
No, and I have no dealings at all with this issue. I'm not involved at all.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Rahala and Mr. Naughton, you can mute. Mr. Rahala, you can chime in and tell me that very focused question. You're being sued individually under case 37351, along with these other folks.
Mhm.
And your take on that being individually sued?
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me, but the money went into
Well, tell me your association with the Hidden Creek Homeowners Association. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
my association.
Yeah,
So I took over as president when the previous president
did
sold.
that happen? Did you take over as president?
It was like at the end of 21.
Okay, and are you still president?
I am now, yeah.
And throughout 2021 till now?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. And so I've been on the board for quite some time. And that's why my
Okay.
name has been on the governing documents or named as a governor. I will point out some of his exhibits have the name of Corey Nelson on it. In fact, there's a letter directed to Corey Nelson, who was a past president. And that's why I didn't know that our status with the Secretary of State was going to expire, because the letter went to Corey and not to me. And then when basically at one point everyone left the board, everyone sold their units, and I went to VIS to help to kind of reorganize everything.
So let me focus in here. If you were president during the time that Mr. Begier says that he had damage,
Yes, I
June
was.
30th, 2022,
Yes.
do you know? I mean, what's your opinion as to the existence of the Hidden Creek Homeowners Association in June 30th of 2022?
Well, the homeowners association has always existed. I mean, we're a condominium. All of us, we're always going to be homeowners. The registration with the Secretary of State expired, unbeknownst to me. And then when I started the conversation with VIS, they looked up all of the government documents and tried to make sure that we are that everything was above board, and they found that had expired, and so then they renewed it. And
Okay.
that's when that was in.
So you were still operating, you have been operating, you have some covenants and restrictions, bylaws.
In ours, we have HOA. Yeah.
All right, so, okay, now I have a better understanding of why everyone is listed here. So I'm gonna make a decision here as to defendants, and then we're gonna move forward as to facts.
Can I interject one thing?
Yes,
I got a document, it was, you're a year off as far as the date.
of what? Just sit down and tell me.
Okay, this is the signature page of the VIS contract to be on board, the VIS.
Okay.
And it was dated May 17th, 22,
Okay,
and May 23rd by the VIS director. So you're a year off.
all right, well, let me
And
turn
it's in
back
the documents that I
to,
submitted on the online.
okay, on yours, let me go look again. And I'm looking for
I
a
need to get
document
this.
created by
I'll be back.
the VIS group.
This is the signature
License
page of the
information?
contract. Here,
Who created it? So I know what I'm looking for.
they created it.
Okay.
This is a contract page of the signature of getting them on board, which we didn't even know they were doing at the time. We have no knowledge that they even employed that until we found this out. We never knew
What-
about them.
Did you file that with the court here in any of your information?
Yes.
Okay, I'm still looking
I think so,
for it.
it's right here.
You think so?
I don't know, it's right here. I got it right here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take documents. You had time to file everything. I'm not gonna start taking a bunch of documents during the
So the
trial.
23 is off a year.
You are asserting that they were there, they were managing in May of 2022.
That's when the contract was.
So let me jump back to Ms. Henyon. You have anything to say about that discrepancy that Viz Group started managing May of 22 instead of May of 23?
Through my research, it is my understanding that the association started conversations on the management earlier on, but we were not actually engaged in. There is an onboarding process that happens to bring an association on board, including moving of the bank accounts and things like that, getting a resident list. And it's my understanding that we were not actually engaged until May or so around of 2023.
Okay, all right, we'll talk about all that. But so as to people who should be sued, it's clear to me, Mr. Begier, that you're suing Hidden Creek Homeowners Association, whether they're
That's Randy.
Mr. Begier. You're suing Hidden Creek Homeowners Association. You made that clear in your notice in 37351. Mr. Naughton, I'm going to dismiss the claim against him. There's no basis. I'm going to dismiss the claim against Ms. Anderson. There's no basis.
We don't know
As
if they put part of it.
Stop interrupting. I'm ruling and it's a bottom line. So dismissing the claim against Ms. Anderson, there's no showing in your documents in what we've talked about thus far that there's an individual liability. Mr. Naughton, again, in what you filed with the court, what we've talked about today, no individual liability, no proof of that. The Hidden Creek Homeowners Association is going to maintain as one of your defendants. The Viz Group, I don't find that they have individual liability for what you're talking about here, so they're absent, dismissed out. And then Mr. Rahala, not individual liability on this suit against Hidden Creek Homeowners Association. So what you're sued on 37351 is against the Hidden Creek Homeowners Association. Whether they filed things with Secretary of State is an aside. The issue is they existed, and that's your suit there.
I really wish I had guys in the truck like Mikey does so that I could play Trailer Park Boys sound bites right now, because that would make me happy.
On 37351. So we got that figured out. Now we can actually kind of move forward with that claim. We may have to reset the 37352, the suit you filed against the individual liability, Mr. Rahala, to another day because it's already after 11, and we're going to see if we can't get through this today as to one suit. So what I need to know from you, back to you now, we're going to kind of get into the facts here, is as to this case against the Hidden Creek Homeowners Association. Let me get these documents up again. So those folks who are dismissed out, you can stay if you're going to be witnesses. I don't know if you were asked to be here as witnesses. I guess that's one issue, that you can stay, you can go, but if you've been asked to be witnesses, I would guess that you would want to be present. If you've been subpoenaed, then you would want to be present because you don't want to violate that subpoena. Mr. Begier, is there anyone here that you're going to ask them to stay? Have you put anyone under subpoena or asked them to be present here?
They can leave. They can leave.
Yeah, I just,
Ms. Begier says that they can leave.
yeah, I just
They
tried to
can
find
leave.
out what they are.
just really,
They
we
don't-
want to focus on Randy because Randy is the one to, that time he's the president and he was holding the insurance payment. The insurance people came to do the evaluation, so we got the
Begier,
payment.
let me slow you down here. Let me make sure, and then I'll turn to you first on that one. Seems like you've got some information on the facts here, but let me get to the documents that you filed and that the plaintiffs filed, and we can figure out. All right, so
I always share, Mark. In fact, before the pandemic, when I would roll joints and bring joints to places when we used to still go out, I always brought more weed than most people needed. And then after the pandemic, I even used to buy like little mini joints to give to people so that I could smoke my big joints while everybody else smoked their little joints. But I always have to explain to people, don't worry about keeping up with me because that's not a very good bar to try and get to. It's terrible. I should do less. Anyways, is this I can't believe she's letting this case go through. Do you guys think he's staying at the rental property, or is he at a hotel from California? Also, why didn't he just zoom in?
When I look at your notice, again, you're saying it has to do with water restoration repairs, which was already paid to Hidden Creek Homeowners Association by Farmers Insurance.
Exactly.
Defendant failed to pay the plaintiffs to recover costs and loss of the same. So Ms. Begier, what's your take on your notice? Why do you think you're entitled to money from the Homeowners Association?
Because, Your Honor, thank you for your be here, your time. And what happened is because the payment is strictly for our unit. At that time, there was another payment they came to our unit to did the evaluation. Then they determined to make that 10,000 some money to pay to us. So that farmer's insurance payment is strictly to us. But then they mail it because the insurance is through all the complex is insured by the farmers. So they through the HOA. So they made the payment to the HOA. But HOA, the president is Randy, and that time he's solo, plus some elderly being with him. So he's a solo. They even mail to his apartment or the unit we looked up is his residence.
So why do you think farmers should have paid it to you directly and not the homeowners association?
I'll be the judge of that, Mark.
Oh, no. They paid to homeowner, but then he need to take that money to us.
And how much should have come to you?
Well, whatever the whole amount, which the farmer paid 10,400, I don't know exactly how much, but the whole amount should enter it to us.
Okay.
Because there's no other damage. The whole it's only for our unit. Our unit was because the neighbors plumbing then was intruded to us. So in the between, the neighbor's pipe was winning us. So anyways, the farmer went to our unit because it's only our unit had the damage. So that's why it's fully for our unit.
Right. And did you receive anything from your own insurance?
We didn't have insurance ourselves because when we bought the condo, they told us the HOA has the insurance.
Ma'am, oh my God. The HOA that you say doesn't exist or didn't exist when you first purchased the condo? No, but seriously. Also, don't you need to have insurance? It's not just their insurance. Everybody has individual insurance. Plus the HOA has their insurance for common areas and other things. You need insurance. So this is why y'all are after this, is because you didn't have insurance. Fucking bullshit.
So we don't have any insurance ourselves. It's through the HOA, through the Hidden Creek Association insurance.
So you paid for all this damage out of pocket.
So we actually paid over. We paid 42,000. My husband, we stayed there for like a month and a half, 2 months to restore the unit.
So let me look to your husband real quick. Is there any evidence? I'm not taking papers out
it's
right
already in the
now.
Okay, well, I don't know where you guys live. Obviously, maybe on the East Coast or something, but I don't know anybody that doesn't have a mortgage, because homes around here, even condos, cost $5, $6, $7, $1 million. I'm not joking. I wish I was joking. I fucking wish I was joking you. But there's no way, like, everybody has a mortgage here. So to me, it's like, it would be incredibly rare to find somebody that owned their home outright, even a condo.
File. It's on
Tell
your
me
file.
where.
Okay, if you look on the file of 37351,
That's what
you'll
we're
look at
talking
something that looks
about.
like this.
All
And
right.
it tells you about from Fin Creek It's, dear Mr. Randy Rajala, thank you for choosing us, providing.
Let me get to it. You don't have to read it.
Okay, canceled a check of the 10,483.14. I even have a text
Excellent.
that he even. said-
Again, you had the opportunity to put things into the
I know, but I
record, and
think we
I'm
have
not
enough
gonna
right here.
add now because I can't share it with the other side for them to evaluate it. And
See it?
I'm getting there. I have a lot of stuff in here.
My son sees it here on the screen.
Your
I
son,
have it here too.
Yeah. on this-
Number 5.
Number 5, okay. Thank you for your son's abilities. Number 5, okay. Got a lot of things open here. Let's close a few things.
yeah, they said 42.
All right, Farmers Insurance, July 11, 2022. That's what number 5 is.
Yes.
All right, so
That's
attached as a payment, 10,483. And that's- why do you believe you're owed this money from him? How's it talks about 2300 9th Avenue Southwest. Now, is that the whole condominium or
No,
yours?
that's one unit. I
That's
came to my
your
unit and
unit.
did this assessment.
Okay, it's July
Okay.
11. So,
And
all right, so that's the amount you think you're owed that
well,
you
that's
didn't
what's
get.
cash farmers and everything. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all
Verified.
right, 483.14.
I know that's.
We had
that's
some
the
big,
court's jurisdiction.
sir.
All right, but at least we have something here. Replacement cost 11,700, depreciation 293, policy deductible 1,000, amount 10,483. All right, so this is.
This is
I just need to read the rest of it.
While she's reading, what I'll say is in where I live, there was a leaky condo crisis in the 90s and 2000s, the early 2000s, where a lot of condominiums were leaking
Just one
because they
page
weren't
of-
built correctly.
So,
And there was
that's
this
first page. All right, so
huge problem. Hi, Casey Carey.
back to Ms. Begier, 10,483 from farmers went to the homeowners association, and it has to do, they say, location of loss, 2300 9th Avenue Southwest. And so you believe that Ms. Begier should have come to you.
Oh, Your Honor, also the Randy's attorney sent us a letter, even they admitted that they want to give us that insurance payment. But they think we don't want to agree just because they want to deduct from the insurance payment. So James, could you please give the judge the letter they sent? They
Yeah.
admitted that they will give
They
us
have
the
It's already,
insurance.
but the
Okay, so
attorney's not
this
here today.
is an offer of settlement, I
Yes,
take it. Yeah, I'm
yes.
not going to consider it.
Yeah, unfortunately for you guys, settlement negotiations are not allowed to be brought up in court. There's many reasons for that, including allowing parties to have robust and fruitful negotiations in settlement, but without worry of the offers or discussions coming back to bite them in litigation. And so it's inappropriate to bring up and try and submit settlement negotiations in a case, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not
Anyway.
allowed in trial. So Ms. Begier then 10,483.14. All right, and you believe you're owed that, and your damages you believe were far greater than that, and it should have come to you from the homeowners association. All right, so do you have something in your CC&Rs or something that says that there's damage to a unit? I mean, I need to kind of know why you're entitled to this.
You're talking to me?
Well, I don't want you both at the same time, but Ms. Begier seems to.
Talking to me?
Ms. Begier, do you have anything more before I turn to your husband?
Yes, because the payment is only to our unit because the insurance adjusters it's only evaluate our unit. There's no other damage, is our unit damage. Water is literally very high in our house. It's only our unit is damaged. So
Okay.
that's why the farmer came, they made the assessment. They paid that. So
All right.
it's our unit, it's only, you should say our unit is so wet, it's just like, it's just impossible to live. It's,
So let me turn to your husband, Mr.
Yes,
Begier.
yes,
All right.
exactly, yes.
Yeah, I don't want to assume. Anything more? I think we've narrowed in on this claim now, the 10,483.14. I know that's beyond the jurisdiction, but at least we've got a number
That's what I
here.
wanted, and that's what I said when people
All
when we
right.
went out there and talked me back. I said I would take that in costs.
Well,
That's-
that, anything outside a court settlement isn't relevant to me and trial.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
and if anyone wants to settle this, once you get to trial, if I make a decision, that's a decision. If you want to keep trying to settle things, then we should stop the trial and have you go do that. Where are you on that issue, Mr. Begier?
what?
You want to stay in trial or you want
I
to
think
keep trying to
I think
settle?
the evidence is overwhelming.
Okay, all right, we're gonna keep going. Anything else about why you think you're entitled to this money?
Is it terrible that that makes me want Chinese food to eat? Tell me again. Oh, we've done this before, but favorite Chinese? No, actually, don't do it. Don't put it in the chat what you want to get for Chinese food because I am too hungry to read it. Let's continue.
Because
The homeowners association.
I'm a man on the street like anybody else. I have a unit. We write a check to the HOA, which is Randy himself, going to his house, and it's for this complex. They came in my unit and they did their assessment and they cut a check instantly and sent it to him. He never told me about it until I found the hard way. Okay, and he keeps going off on this. So he's run the whole show for years. He's been the whole show for 7 years running the HOA. He acts like he just did it once in a while. It's not true. He's the sole guy.
Okay, so farmers sent them 10,483
To
and
Randy.
you didn't get anything from the homeowners association for your damages. Okay.
Never.
All right, well, now let me turn to whoever is able to speak on behalf of the homeowners association. And would that be Mr. Rahala?
Yeah,
So you're allowed to bind the homeowners association in litigation? Is that part of your ability and responsibilities as the pres?
yes.
Okay, so tell me about that.
Hold on, did she just say the prez? Also, thank you for all of you not putting in the chat what you definitely don't want to get from Chinese food. Oh, I want pan-fried shrimp, wonton soup. Egg foo young does sound really good, actually. Damn it.
Kind of narrowed into this exhibit here. You can talk about your exhibit, but this exhibit from Mr. Begier, exhibit number 5, which is from July 11th of 2022 to the Hidden Creek Homeowner Association, giving a check for 10,483. That seems to be the claim. So what's the homeowners association say?
Well, so he gave me a call. And
Who's
he was
he?
working, I'm sorry.
Who's he?
Mr. Begier.
All right.
He gave me a call. And he was working with a plumber. And, he wanted to know if, he said that there was some damage to his unit and he wanted to know if the insurance, if the condominium insurance would cover any of it. And I didn't know, honestly. And so I put him in touch with our insurance company. And I figured they would figure out whether or not, what the damages are, what the damage to the common area is. So they would kind of figure it out and then they'd either cut a check or they wouldn't. And I might add that at that time in that conversation, he had mentioned that they had removed the bathroom sink upstairs. And I asked him if they capped off the drain, and he didn't seem to think that mattered. then, so,
So
water main-
Farmers writes this check to the homeowners association.
Yes.
And what then?
Well, so they sent a check. I didn't receive it. We had a guy doing our books who picked up all the mail and deposited checks. I think he picked up a letter from Farmers. He didn't think it was important, discarded it. And so the first check I did not receive. Either I forget exactly the sequence of events, but somehow I told the adjuster that he needs to send it to my address because in order for me to deposit it. And so that's where it was sent to my address. I then deposited it into US Bank, which is where we held our money at the time. And it went into the same
Homeowners
account.
Association held their money.
The homeowner association. It was made. The check was made out to the homeowner association. It was never made out to me. It never went into one of my bank accounts, and the money stayed there, and it's still there. And the first thing I asked them was to send invoices. They were not forthcoming. He said that he was going to do a lot of the work himself. I asked him for receipts. Those were not forthcoming. If you look at his exhibit, he says that he sent the receipts in April of this year. That's nearly 2 years after the original claim. Those were the first
Randy,
receipts.
stop lying, Randy.
Do not interrupt. I will hear from one.
Oh, you guys. I've been rebuked already today by worse than that. But that she's fucking pissed. The judge is so mad right now. You need to shut up. Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. Let's let her hear her do it again.
In April of this year. That's nearly 2 years after the original claim. Those were the first
Randy,
receipts.
stop lying, Randy.
Do not interrupt. I will hear from one person at a time. All right, Mr. Rahala, that's who I'm listening to.
Those are the first receipts that the HOA received. It was sent to VIS. I've never seen those receipts, by the way. They were sent.
And we're looking at an exhibit here, and I think it's exhibit number 6, plaintiff's exhibit, Mr. Figueer. Is that what you're talking about? It's kind of a little convoluted here. It's got Viz Group on it. It's got Hidden Creek. It's got type numbers, got handwriting. It's really quite a collage. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know if that's what he sent. I never saw it. I did see that in his exhibits, and I think that was the first time I saw that. It's interesting, but
you're referring to the exhibits of the plaintiff, and that's why I was asking. So can you direct me what you're referring to?
Oh, no. No, there's a FedEx receipt that
All right.
he says he sent the receipts and invoices to VIS. And there's a FedEx receipt in there. That was in April of this year. That was the first time we received any actual receipts. And when VIS got it, they told me they couldn't make heads or tails of it and determine what was actually from the damage and what was from the remodel, which is they were remodeling the unit when the damage occurred. So, we have to be able to distinguish what was actual damage and what was from the remodel, because we're not responsible for the remodel.
You stop lying.
Stop, Ms. Begier, and I will stop this hearing and dismiss this case if the plaintiffs especially interrupt me again and interrupt anyone else speaking, because that's not how it works in court. And I'll have you mute, Ms. Begier, because that will help you not interrupt. You can say all you want then, and we won't hear you and you won't bother anyone. But you're now on notice. I have had half a dozen interruptions of people trying to testify, and
We know, Judge, because we've actually been playing a drinking game, some of us. If you're at home, hi, Saul Goodman. Hope you're doing well. If you want to play the game and catch up, I think that's 7. Yeah, I think 7 is the interruptions so far. And we are drinking every time the judge says, stop interrupting me. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
of me, and I've warned you enough. So plaintiffs, hold your peace. If I need to hear from you, I will turn to you. If there's something you want me to know, raise a hand, just like in school. And on Zoom, there's a hand raising function. But don't interrupt during the testimony, only at the end. So back to Mr. Rahala. So you were concerned about, you had this money in the homeowners association fund. You were concerned about getting an accounting from the Begiers about what exactly their costs were and making sure it was the damage as opposed to a remodel.
Yes.
And the first you got was this exhibit number 6. And it's fine that it's 2 years after. The Begiers, have 3 years at least to file this claim with small claims, so that's not an issue. But so this is the first you've seen something that has a claim from the Begiers of an accounting of what they're owed. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. And so then what did you do? What have you done about that 10,000? Just, it's still there?
It's still there. It's sitting there. And it'll sit there until either we have a resolution here or until we know that all of the damages that were caused by this water seeping into their unit was actually fixed and how much that actually cost. That's not an unreasonable request. And that's been our
So
request.
let me direct you to the exhibit number 5, the farmer's insurance, July 11th.
Can we believe that Randy is actually in the wrong here? They presented this case so terribly. They have literally spoken for an hour, which means I've added 27 minutes to it, if anybody's counting. So yeah, terrible presentation of the case, but it does sound like they have a case. The insurance company already did the assessment. They decided that they get $10,000. Randy, it's not your money. Allegedly. That's my opinion.
2022. Why don't you get there and then we can talk about that.
Okay.
When you're, all right. So July 11th, 2022, the farmer's insurance, it's on your phone. It's small. Number 5 in the plaintiff's exhibits.
Yeah.
Okay. And it talks about location of loss. You see that? RE insured claim policy, loss date, location of loss, 2300 9th Avenue Southwest. Now, is that, are there unit numbers or is that the whole condo or is that just Mr. Begier?
Well, I don't see a unit number on that on the location of loss. His unit number is A5.
Okay, are you actually disputing that it was for a different unit? Come on, you haven't spent the 10 grand. It's been in the account for 2 years. What a weird situation.
So the losses to the complex and the losses, if we are responsible for replacement of flooring, subfloor, whatever it is, That needs to be documented. We need.
So
you
is
know,
that, was that
report.
also, was there damage to the common areas of the homeowners association on this June 30th, 2022 event?
Well, the common area in his unit would be the subfloor, it would be the actual structure. And so I don't
Okay, that's,
know. I don't know because I've never actually been inside his unit. You know, where the damage was.
so the issue is you're not releasing all or part of it because you haven't been given something that on behalf of the homeowners association that defines what it is that he's owed. He may be owed all of that or part of it or none of it, but you don't have anything to support the claim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so there was, the common area might be within the unit. So are condominiums one on top of the other? Is A5
No, they're-
above one,
They're townhomes. And
side
they're-
by side?
Yeah, two-story townhomes, side by side. And
So you-
and there's, I believe, 7 units in his building, so he's kind of in the middle.
Okay, so you're not sure, so you don't know if there's damage to a common area? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, you know, not having been able to see the unit or the, you know, the actual contract, you know, the invoices that he claims that he has. You know, I have no idea what the full damage was or the actual repairs were.
Okay, all right. Anything else, Mr. Rahala, on behalf of the homeowners association?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, I'd love to be able to resolve the other this other lawsuit. And I understand you're running out of time, but
Yeah, we're kind of out of time, but we can reset that to another day. All right, there's nothing more. I'm gonna kind of jump back to Mr. Bajir and ask a couple of questions. Mr. Bajir, A5, that's your place?
Yeah, I got a claim number that
Okay.
corresponds with that letter you're looking at.
All right.
And obviously, I
And,
can't fit all these pictures in, but you can look at these pictures. The damage is extensive.
but what I'm looking at is what you
Here's the
filed
photos.
here. Give me a minute. Look at exhibit number 6. It's a little, looks like a collage, frankly. And so I'm trying to figure out, what do you want
No,
me to
that was,
take
you're
from
looking at the
that?
$42,000
Well,
one?
it says actual cost
Yeah, that's the
42.
that's the actual
But
cost.
what
of
is
it.
on this exhibit?
And those receipts went to this, not to him, on the FedEx that you've seen. It actually went to him several times. He
So
came out,
all
and looked at the
these-
place many times.
So all these, I see receipts, material, it's labor
Yeah, I
materials.
have all right
subtotal.
here, but I can't put that on your computer and zip it over.
Okay, and so,
I got the pictures of it, the damage, which corresponds to
Alright.
which they generated the claim number from the insurance company, which is the claim
and so
number.
you're saying all of the damage was to you, not to a common area?
All was
or-
created from the common area that created our product, went into our unit, and I had the pictures to prove it, which is, they made this, it's farmers, which has the same claim number on that picture you want to see.
That's the claim number 501.
Yeah, right.
Are you saying that? Are you asking me on a date under a palm tree? Is that what you're doing, DJ? Or are you saying that Paisley equals a date palm tree? Paisley is my name. I was born with it, or given it when I was born. And it's a great name because nobody ever forgets you, but it's a terrible name because nobody ever forgets you. Sorry, MB, I'll play.
All the pictures are here.
That's what you
Very
want me to do.
graphic, very graphic.
Have you provided those
Yes,
pictures
he's
to
seen them many
the
times.
homeowners
Many,
association?
many times.
Just to jump
Many
back real
times.
quick, Mr. Rahala, what have you gotten from Mr. Begier? Have you gotten lots of pictures from, and this, let me ask first, Mr. Begier, you say this is what farmers did,
Farmers created this document, photos of inspection.
and that's a farmer's document.
That's a farmer's document.
Okay, so then Mr. Rahala, then that's your insurance company for the homeowners association, apparently.
Yeah, that was at the time, that
Okay.
was our insurance.
All right, okay, why don't you hand that packet up, if you would, and then, all right.
Yeah, I can't put that on the
So-
computer, it's too much. Just like the receipts for
I
14,000.
don't
I have
know
it
if
all.
I've seen that.
Well, it's
But I'm
not
not gonna
just
work
photos, it's also an email.
Yeah, it's-
Claim number is, claim adjusted
What is
not,
he
all
for?
right. So then there's photos, and these photos are all of your
Yes.
A5 units.
Exactly. They
Okay,
created, I didn't create nothing.
and so these are pictures taken by farmers
On that day,
adjusted.
when they came in and did it, they did it right there and they gave me a copy.
All right. So what am I to take from these?
Well, that shows the damage. He created it and did the claim and bidding us a note that sent the check. I said, where's the money? He says, well, send it right to Randy himself at his house. This is his home. Okay,
All right, well, we've gotten to the bottom of that, but that money is in the homeowner's account waiting for
yeah,
something.
for the damage, it's extensive.
All right.
It's not just, you can see it's more than $10,000.
Is, all right, and so these were apparently, I can't tell when they're taken, but if this was the packet from them,
That's the
it would
cover
have been
sheet.
July 6th that they
Yeah.
did this,
Yeah,
or
that's when they
not
came out.
quite sure. PDF created on July 6th. Not sure when they took the photos.
Same day.
So everything was ripped up on July, when
Well,
this,
he came and did the inspection and he assessed that, the farmer's guy.
so all this was later than the time this
Well, I
happened.
can't do it instantly, but it'd be the next following time when, come on out, and he came out.
Okay, all right. So lots of pictures of a place that has a, where the plumbing is, the wall, the drywall's out, it's down to the wooden subfloor, there's walls or drywall taken out. It really looks like under construction, at least under demolition in a sense. Linoleum or flooring taken up down to the wood.
Popping wet.
So, all right, well, and so this exhibit number 6 tells me what?
Tells you the gravity of the damage at my unit. I mean, it was knee deep. I walk in there, I couldn't even walk in that place. It took forever to dry it out. We had, my son and I, we had dryers to get the water out and all this, and then they came in. And
Okay,
that's its assessment from the farmers, and it's,
right,
I don't know what else I can do. I mean, nothing's, it's all
okay.
pretty set
And so
forth.
you spent at least $10,000 to correct that
That's a fourth of it,
damage.
yeah.
And you expect that from the homeowners association, because farmers says it went in general to 2300 9th Avenue. They
Well,
didn't
I
say
don't know, they
your
work out to
location
the A5,
was.
but you can see the designation of the cover sheet and the pictures are my unit.
Mhm.
So I didn't just come out of a hat and bring it somebody else's. I mean, that's
No. Mr. Rahal,
Care to explain which ones, Mark? Were you thinking that would be good?
were you aware from farmers of any other damage other than to unit A5?
No,
No? So no other damage to anybody else, okay?
no one reported anything. Yeah. My understanding is that they had an open drain pipe in the upstairs bathroom. And they left it open for quite some time. They went back down to California. And water may have splashed in from the next door unit. I'm not positive exactly what happened.
Okay, well, farmers decided it was something they'd pay, so there you go. All right. Mr. Bigier, anything else on this claim?
I don't know, I'm pretty conclusive. I have all of the receipts of the contracted check, the cash checks, front and back and everything. I mean, but I don't care about I'm focused on at least 10 grand and get something back. I mean,
All right,
it just frustrates
well,
me.
all right, so Mr. Rahal, on behalf of the homeowners association, anything else?
No.
Be safe,
Okay,
my friend.
All right,
Randy's not.
okay, so. Fix that.
Oh, I love that.
It's knocked off the B. And I forget.
It does remind me of a slightly.
All right, so in looking at all this, you see after all of this that the homeowners association We have dismissed out so many of the other parties, but the homeowners association owes Mr. Begier. How do you like?
The gear. It's German.
Begier.
Think of a bumblebee and a gear in a car. Big gear.
German. Okay, I was
Begier.
thinking French.
Begier.
All right. Owes the $10,000 in principal, $50 filing fee. Was there any money they had to spend to serve
Yeah, to
notice?
serve the, yes. It's actually on the
have that
cover
in here
sheet. You have it
somewhere.
on there. It was 10,043.14. It's on your cover sheet. You'll see it.
Who'd you use to serve? There it is,
See
Sheriff.
it?
You say it was $358 to serve? Oh,
10,043.14. That's everything together.
no, I'm looking down at number 11, receipt for Thurston County Sheriff Services.
Well, I had to serve them all by sheriff. I didn't want to do it myself. You can't do it myself.
I
Okay.
assume
serve the
9
proper
people.
Do you have
Judge.
those affidavits of just serving
I have
Mr.
the
Rahala?
receipts, yeah.
Do you have the affidavit for Mr. Rahala only? All the rest I've dismissed. I'm not going to give you that claim. So dig around there and we'll figure that out.
Well, if he got it, he's here, right?
I need to see the receipt is what I'm telling you.
You mean the service from the sheriff?
What it cost.
Isn't that
Oh,
in your
okay.
book
There
or
we
your
go.
bag or your box?
Well, it's $50 filing fee. You know that. That's fine.
I got that.
And then the filing fee is $60.
No, the what they cost, they charged you $60
Oh,
to
they did it.
get
They did both
notice.
cases together, so they did the economy. We did it together.
Okay, so they charged you $60 to get it to Mr. Rahala.
$60. Let me look at that. Yeah, $60. Here's a receipt. $60.
$60? All right, thanks.
No fee.
Well, when I worked at the bank, I have some stories of people pulling money out of weird places.
We did the proper way, the sheriff. We don't want to, intermingle with any relationship.
I'm writing up a judgment here and then once I'm finished here, we'll get copies out. This judgment will be available, Mr. Rahala, on behalf of the Homeowners Association in the court file. You can get that by your Zoom instructions. That's difficult. You can always just contact my clerks. They'll help you get that. And then we're going to talk about a new date for the other matter, but just give me a moment. You have to concentrate.
She has to concentrate, folks. You think so? Are you getting coupon binder vibes? I didn't think couponing was real anymore. I thought that most of those places like CVS and stuff that doubled up coupons stopped doing that when TLC ruined it for everybody by showcasing all these people on my extreme couponers. Fucking it up for everybody else, buying 800 Colgates. Or weird shit that they don't use. And yes, I still watch those, obviously. Yeah, an expandable folder, exactly. They did. They ruined a lot of things. Also, they were the OG Instagram birth story, right? TLC was, remember, birth story or a baby story that used to be on TLC, and like I remember the channel number. I don't remember what it was called, but it was 36. Anyways, and TLC was 37. That birth story show. I miss coupons. If you call companies, though, they tend to give you things. Bitter party of one. That's right, Mark. In fact, this bitter party of one is going to make her own dinner tonight because I'm a short order cook here in this house. And tonight I'm putting in an order. Oh my God, dog, Bobby. Look at this, you guys. This is fucking hilarious. This is hilarious. And this is why we love court, right? Really? Yes. I loved that story. I love that show. I was too young to watch it, but I watched it all the time. Oh, Princess Auto. I know what Princess Auto is. They don't have that in the States. I used to know a girl that worked at Princess Auto. Because I used to work in the car business. I used to sell cars, and I worked at dealerships for a long time. So, yeah. What is going on here with this dog? She's holding it up like it's fucking Simba in The Lion King. Therefore, you know, sacrilege, like a sacrifice or something like this. Not sacrilege, a sacrifice. The dog wants its share. Oh God, this is so funny. And yes, I will be. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but yes, I will be short order cooking my own food tonight, all by myself. Look at him. Look at the dog. What's the dog's name? Put the dog under oath. Put the dog under oath. The dog is fixing your mic. It is exactly what that situation is. Sideways. Oh my God.
All right, got that. So we need a copy for
Look at the dog.
Mr.
The dog is the most alert person in any
And
of
then we need to talk about a new court date for the other claim that Mr. McGear has filed against Mr. Rahala personally.
Ma'am, what are you doing?
So actually, I'm gonna, so that nobody's wasting time, and maybe make sure that this is a claim that can go forward against Mr. Rahala. You can come on up and grab that, and then we'll talk a little bit about,
The picture, you want to keep those or?
oh, I can give
I don't
those,
care.
I can give those back to you. All right, so let me take up the 37352 just as to who's sued and why, so that we kind of know where we are. And if we have to reset this, we'll reset it to another date. But again, the notice here, Mr. Rahala, you're being sued individually.
I did peanut butter and apples the other night.
So, Mr. Begier, you've sued you and your wife have sued Mr. Rahala individually for reimbursement of Hidden Creek Association fees. And again, whether the Secretary of State, they were filed there, there's still the association exists. And so I'm wondering if isn't this more of a suit against the homeowners association?
Well, it's against,
Why is it-
well, he is a homeowners association.
Well, he may be a board member or president, but they're different entities. And so individually, you say
For
that
6
he
years
owes
he
you
did that,
this.
yeah.
So individually, you say he owes you this money, not the homeowners association. So you're gonna have to prove that, because that's what you sued.
Okay, well, he is a homeowners. Actually, I, in your documents on court, I sent to you, establishes the trail of, he's been.
So, but
for
you
6 years.
understand that you're suing him individually, not the homeowners association.
Individually, and we can amend it, you know.
That's up to you. That's what the
Can I
case.
talk? Can I talk?
Well, I think we're just gonna reset the case, and then everybody can figure that out the next case, but that's all that's going forward. So what are we looking at? What's our next date?
September 20th.
September 20th. We always do these on Fridays. Expect to spend the morning. Mr. Rahala, September 20th. Are you available? Every Friday we do these, so.
Do you think we can finish this?
Mr. Rahala, are you available September 20th? Ms. Begier, look at your calendar. Mr. Begier, look at yours, September 20th.
I have a doctor's appointment that morning.
Okay, not that day, so September 20th.
Can we go out another month?
Seven?
Can we go out another month on, just because I just have to
No.
get back to business, I mean.
Well, we could do that. October, what do you, we're looking at October 25th? We doing things? October 25th, anybody?
That good?
I think I could probably do that.
All right. Good year. All right, so we've got October 25th. Sound good? Everybody? This big year, that sound good?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So then nobody gets to meet, pardon?
I'm sorry, will that be in the morning? Same time?
Yep, it's always at, 8:30 in the morning, and we'll get everything situated. You've all had, if you want, there's nothing that prevents you from talking about this in the meantime, using dispute resolution center services. You already paid for them. But come on back. Nobody has to serve anybody notice anymore. And we'll have the hearing then on
That's
October.
almost true, except for if perhaps K Crimson could put this date in the Discord calendar. I'm terrible at remembering the dates. I thought it was September 20th. Also, we will watch another bit of court after this. We'll just do a little palate cleanser with a different judge who will yell at somebody too, hopefully for us. Yeah. Because it's Friday night and I don't want to be done. I like hanging out with my friends.
25th. Obviously, the top of the calendar, you can see after triage, and then we get to trials, but we'll take things up then. So if there's something that anybody,
They're Friday.
I'm not going to read 100 pages. This is a small claim. So I'm going to have you trim it all down. You've already filed a bunch of stuff, which is great. But Mr. Rahala, if there's anything else you want to file, I hope there's nothing more to file from the gears, but if there is, I want that in the week before, October 20th.
So I can add more onto that.
Well, I would suggest that you focus it, make it very clear, and not just add, not just pile on, because the court is small claims.
Yeah.
We're going full time all day. And so be very clear and focused. Don't just throw stuff in the court file. Make it sensible and only what the court needs to support your claim. And then Mr. Rahala, the same to you. So the week before, get everything in, nothing at the last minute. So Mr. Rahala, you look like you have a question.
Yes. When the HOA
I am not allowing anybody to make October plans already. How is that possible? We're in the summer. Please don't talk about October yet. Thank you. Unless I'm included in the plans, and then it's fine. If you know, you know.
pays him the money. He currently owes some back HOA dues.
Yeah, that's not a question for me.
Okay.
I just have the trial. Anything outside of this claim, not for me.
Well, I guess the question is, are we allowed to offset what we pay him? Or do we have to take that in a different?
That's not a question for me. I would
Gotcha.
suggest maybe talk to your Viz group or an attorney.
Okay.
I'm not
All
an
right.
attorney.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Appreciate that.
So other than that, we'll be back October 25th.
Thank you, Judge.
And anything more, get it in the week before.
Thanks for listening.
That's it. Thanks.
We all listened, my boy. We all listened. I want to go to Fantasy Fest so bad. So bad. Also, I take that as a personal compliment, Wahoo, because Streamlabs is a product of mostly my mind and the hive mind that is our group. And yeah, we're sick. That's right. We're sick.
Okay.
Essentially, they just message me saying,
Okay. Oops. We have Ms. Macy still with us?
Yes, ma'am.
There she is, Ms.
Oh my
Macy.
God, she has to
So, and Ms. I don't know, because Jaka is gone. And that's difficult.
Oh, you're gonna like it around here, Doc. Yeah. Are you really a Navy doctor? Were you born in 1983? I was born in 1988, which is 5 years after that, but still good timing. Also, I swear a lot. People complain about it a lot. I don't give a fuck. And I tell them that this is not a children's show. Yay, Victoria B. I love it. Zhao's still there. They're like the people that hang out in chat rooms that they don't like, just to watch all the fun.
I just want to say,
So you spent time in dispute resolution and she's not here when I'm calling it. And we've got a message from her. What did she say?
She said, is there a way for me to reschedule this hearing? I cannot hold to expect this long.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
So, and
and you're
also
allowed
it
to
seems
swear
Ms.
at the
Macy, in your pleadings, you were kind of asking for a continuance too, because you had been just served, but, so that, I'm gonna take that as a request to continue the case from Ms. Kozdraka, because she can't be here because of work. So Ms. Macy, anything on that continuance request?
I didn't hear the request, but the fact is I
Right.
do not request a continuance. I just wanted the judge to know that I hadn't been served in a timely manner.
Yeah,
And
Ms. Macy, I am gonna continue the case. It's fair. You know, we were all here. You had some time with Dispute Resolution Center. Ms. Kajaka did email the court saying, gotta go back to work, can't get more time, didn't realize it was gonna take this long. And it is 10 to 12, and I'm sorry I didn't get to the trial, but I will reset the case for the parties. And nothing prevents you all from talking in the meantime if you want to, or using Dispute Resolution Center, because Ms. Kajaka's filing fee did pay for a substantial portion of that. And then, but we're gonna set a date and then get that out to all the parties. Do we have when we have, we're looking at what dates? Oh, we got something that soon?
September.
Okay. All right, we can fit in September 20th. And how's your calendar for September 20th, Ms. Macy? It'd be all morning. You need to look up your calendar, look it up.
yeah.
They
well,
brought in the dog.
I think I'm free that day. I'll
can't
make
leave,
myself
Mark.
free. To be honest, I don't know what my calendar says, and it's in the kitchen, so it's in another room. I keep a wall calendar, not an electronic calendar.
You could go to your wall calendar, that's fine. Do that, I'd rather it work.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, I won't go anywhere.
Oh, thank God she's wearing pants. I'm wearing pants too, unusually, but I am.
Ms. Anderson, you can leave the meeting. You can be on your way.
I don't think she can, Judge, to be honest with you. I really don't think she can. I think she wants to be on her way, but she can't be. Oh, are they shorts? I don't think there's a bra.
I'm back.
Bra.
All right, back. So what do you look like for the next
Yeah, my
few
calendar's
Fridays?
clear for the 20th. That's not a problem.
All right, we'll set the 20th. No need to serve anybody notice or anything. We'll tell Ms. Kajaka by email, it sounds like. Or,
Yeah, I'll see
Yeah.
either an email or a phone number.
okay, both ways. We'll let her, so September 20th, it's gonna be the morning. And that's it for today. If there's anything, any documents or anything you wanted the court to look at, get them in the week before.
Will do.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, waited all morning for that. See you on the 20th.
Actually, Judge, I'm also very sorry because I
Friday?
thought that I was all ready to go with our next thing, but turns out that I also am not used to having two computers, and it looks like I added or I downloaded all the other stuff on the other computer. Give me 1 second. I'm transferring them. I'm really fast. It'll be fine. In the meantime, oh yeah, because we have, oh, how much time do we have? How late do we want to be is my question to thee. Do we want to be, hold on, let me just move this to the drive and then we'll get working. I think, did that do it? I don't think it did. Okay, perfect. Sherry, it's 11:30. I know, almost 11:30, but it's not late here. It's only 8:30. It's also my roommate's birthday tomorrow, and it's guys' night, so they're gonna be up a while, and I would rather hang out with y'all. So, you guys can hang out, or it's up to you. Did we put that on there? Yeah, we did. Let me just put these ones on there and then we're good to go. I'm so good at loading things onto my flash drives these days. So proud of myself. Sir Philip, long time no see. Love you so much. Glad you're here. We're just about to not even Creed frame, which is incredible. It's been a while since you've been here, but I got a new computer, so it's not gonna fuck up anymore, which is great news. I'm going to plug this in. Give me 1 second. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, let's go. I think an all-nighter would be like a really long time because, like I said, we did 9 hours one night, which was pretty crazy. Oh. So let's start with some people who abandoned their babies. Which is what they call basically child support hearings in Georgia. In the state of Georgia, they call it child abandonment. So let's look at those. The 9-hour show was quite insane. Small
that you abandon your child emotionally, but
night.
financially. And in the state of Georgia, both parties are required to provide support for their minor child or children. A finding must be made that you abandoned your minor child, leaving said child in a dependent condition because your financial contribution helps to support your children. The applicant or custodial parent has filed an abandonment warrant, which alleges that you currently have an open child support case with the Department of Human Services and that pursuant to the child support order, you have not paid child support for at least the past 30 days. There are a few factors that the court must consider to proceed. The applicant must reside in DeKalb County with the minor child or children. The applicant is the prosecutor in this case and must provide the current address for the non-custodial parent. If the non-custodial parent is not here, we will try to reach him or her, and we may have to reset the case. If the mail is returned, you will have to provide a better address. In some cases, DHS will assist you, but in those situations where they are able to find an address, please understand that we cannot provide that address to you. If the non-custodial parent is incarcerated, I would ask that you dismiss your action now and refile when that party is released from jail, because we really can't move forward, when a person is not able to work. But primarily, I must decide if the non-custodial parent is employed and or does the non-custodial parent have the ability to pay, and that it could also mean the ability to work, yet refuses to do so. If the court finds that you as a non-custodial parent have the ability to pay and you're not paying support, then our court will find probable cause for a warrant to issue for a misdemeanor offense. Your case will be transferred to state court. You'll have the right to a trial by judge or jury. If convicted, you can be sentenced up to 12 months in custody and fined up to $1,000. Although the custodial parent may have an amount of child support that is past due, our court can take that factor into consideration. However, we do not handle arrearages. It will have to be handled by a superior court judge. The goal is to encourage the non-custodial parent to get back on track and support their minor child.
I'll give you a little tip as she continues to tell them to not be deadbeats and pay for their children. The number ahead of the name tells you if they're a couple. So the 2 4s there, those are a couple. Looks like the 2 6s are a couple. And then we don't know who the goon is with, to be honest. That'll we'll learn.
Type of necessities for the minor child, make me aware, and we may be able to take those things into consideration, especially if you have proof that it's paid, through Cash App or one of those sources. But necessities are going to have to be limited to those items. If you provide cash to the child, designer jeans, sneakers, and so forth, those are not considered necessities. Those are gifts from you to the child. I have a representative from DHS here who's going to provide you with information about your case. DHS may have already spoken to you about your case, primarily if you have not had a DNA test of service or service of the child support case to initiate this matter. Paternity is required to be submitted for new cases to move forward. And today I do have a counsel, Erica Arena Camarilla is here for us today. Most cases will be reset for a review to determine if the non-custodial parent has attempted to make any payment toward child support. And that would be taking all factors into consideration. As an example, if a person is on Social Security disability, the court has to consider that because the state of Georgia has determined that they've investigated the situation and they've determined that that party does not have the ability to work. And we are not able to just take deductions out of a Social Security disability check. So what I'd suggest, first of all, is that you go to that agency to see if they have put aside monies for the child. And sometimes we can work out an agreement with that parent. But other than that, that's a situation where it can be problematic to get a regular amount of child support. If you are employed, you can set up an income deduction order with DHS, and your case will be dismissed as soon as those payments start coming in. But after giving the non-custodial parent the opportunity to substantially comply, if you fail to make any significant effort towards your child support, then a warrant will issue. We will allow you to have a signature bond and turn yourself in. You'll be fingerprinted, booked, so forth. And then we will release you so you can get back to working your job. We understand that there may be many emotional dynamics to the.
This guy's full on fucking driving, you guys. For our Brett Mallard. How do we say it? Brett, sir. He's full on driving. Watch it. My computer is good enough now. We can just watch him. It's clear as day.
This calendar, but we ask each of you to be respectful of the court as well as all parties involved in court. Abandonment is a continuing offense, so if found guilty when your case goes to trial, you could be on probation until the minor child is 18 years of age. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read through my calendar. I'm going to see who's here and who's not here, and then we can determine how to move forward. Okay, so position number 1 was Dante Benjamin, Kimberly Benjamin. I did excuse that case. Position number 2, Markel Hurd, Diamond Lewis.
Diamond.
I'm not seeing either of those parties. If you are here, you can unmute momentarily and just let me know that you're here if I don't acknowledge you. Position number 3 is Quintarius Johnson and Anissa Simmons, and I do see Miss Simmons. I don't see Mr. Johnson. Okay. Position number 4 is Brett Mallard and Andrika Harris, and I do see both of you. Position number 5 is Elliot Miller and Kalila Robinson. I do see Miss Robinson. Is Mr. Miller present?
I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
The goon is Mr. Miller. He goes
Okay,
by the goon.
position number 6 is Kenny Peak and Danteria Ellison, and I do see both of you, so I have checked you in. Okay, so that concludes the calling of the calendar this morning. And my case number 2, I did not hear either.
Oh my God. You guys, I just did something and oh my God. Okay, so this just tells you how old I am. Somebody younger than me, like my daughter, if they were trying to say like that's all the call of the calendar, like I'm calling somebody, they're going to go like this. And I went like this. This is how I think of a call. This is how I do it. Oh no. Oh, fuck.
Either party respond. I'm going to give position number 3 a little bit more time for Mr. Johnson to appear, and someone from in the clerk's office, if somebody could put a call through to Mr. Johnson, we'll try to figure out if he's going to attend or not. But we'll go ahead and start with position number 4, Brett Mallard and Andrika Harris. The two of you will be, the rest of you will be moved into a waiting room while I handle this matter. Please remain present and just wait for your case to be brought in.
I used to love those phones. So tactile. Oh, what hair? What hairstyle, Vicky? It's hard for me to do it with this hair.
While we're waiting.
Yes, Judge.
Attorney Arena Camarillo, are you seeing any payments recent on position number 4?
The last payment that I see is still that March 15th, 2024 payment.
Okay, so Mr. Mallard, I think we had talked about your situation, and I told you that we needed to see $420 by this hearing date.
420. She said 420. That means if you're smoking weed, go ahead and tell us about that. What strain you're smoking and take a hoot, I guess. Within reason. I have, what is it called? Liquid Imagination? Yeah, Liquid Imagination. Yeah, what is position 4? I like all of the positions pretty much.
8. Well, okay, hold on. Can I have both of you raise your right hands, please? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to present is the truth and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to go back to my statement, Mr. Mallard. I have it written down in my notes that you were supposed to pay $420 by this hearing. You've not paid anything over the period that I've been handling this case. What is going on?
I didn't have the funding. I had other things going on, but I did send them over my job information.
You sent what?
I said I didn't have their funds, but I did send them over my job information, or child support was supposed to contact them. They start garnishing my wages.
You said they have started garnishing your wages?
No, they have. I said they supposed to. I talked to them last time, and I told them to. I gave them my job information, so I'm not sure if they sent over the information to start garnishing my wages.
It looks like July 29th, they sent an income deduction withholding to an employer. So it takes 4 to 6 weeks for us to kind of start to know if that's been put in place. So we would need to pay directly for, this month until we know if that's been put in place, till he sees it come out of his check.
Right. And I know we've already explained that to you because I recall that Ms. Harris had presented evidence that you purchased a new car and that you're paying rental payments on a vehicle up until the time of hearing. So I don't understand why you can't make any contribution to child support.
I get paid on the 16th. I can make a payment then.
But that's what you told us the last time.
Well, that's when I get paid off my job. I had to pay court fees. I have receipts for that. And I was on my probation. So that's where a lot of my money went. They was trying to take me to jail. So I had to pay that. If you want to see the receipts, I can send it to you.
Oh, Judge, please fucking school his ass and take him to jail today and teach him a little bit of lesson. Teach him a little lesson, please. Please. Judge, please.
But I do get a full
Okay.
check on the 16th.
On the 16th of
Yes. This month.
So what happened to July, motherfucker?
And it shouldn't take 4 to 6 weeks. It normally takes like 3 weeks for them to start garnishing.
I've been garnished so many times. I know exactly how long that takes.
Problem is, my very next court date is the 16th, so we're not going to be able to see whether that money has been paid.
If I pay it the morning, it'll be in my DCSS thing.
No, it won't. No, I mean, yeah, you'll have a receipt, but no, we won't be able to see it. I'm going to put you right back on my calendar for September the 6th.
Okay.
Judge, that's a joke.
Follow up on that paperwork, and then also, you know, you were ordered to pay $420 by this hearing date, but now we're going into another month, so it's really going to be more.
I'll try to double the payments because I should be getting paid twice by the time I come back.
So we're going to see $840.
Yeah, I'm going to try to double it because I'm tired of coming.
Pay
So, yeah, try to get it up.
Okay. Yep. We get tired of it too. So we would appreciate it. Okay. Miss Harris, are you doing okay there?
Yes, I'm just working actually. Yeah, I'm okay. I mean,
okay.
There's nothing that I can say to it. So
Okay. Okay, then we're going to just move forward. We're going to have another hearing on September the 6th, and hopefully you will have money at that point in time so that you can get those kids ready for school.
That's after school starts, even here in Canada, Judge. We all know that you need fucking more money sooner than that to get kids to school. It's beyond expensive. It's unacceptable. And he needs to fucking step it up. Also, did you hear what she said? That if you fail to pay child support, she can put them on probation until the child emancipates at 18. Could you fucking imagine? That's a serious threat. That is way more serious than almost any other jurisdiction we've ever heard of. Also, the time in jail is a year. Up to a year.
okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss both of you. Just remember, you know, I'm not going to be able to keep giving, you know, passes for this. You know, this case, you know, we've seen no money since March, not little bits of money, no money. Okay.
Again, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're both
All right.
dismissed. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, now position number 5. Well,
She was
let's do
close
number
last time.
6. I don't know if we've got number 5 available yet.
Yes, we have position 5 and
He's already signed up for that.
if you want to go ahead.
They're gonna
Oh,
withhold all
Elliot
his
Miller.
taxes.
Oh, you know what? He did. He was there.
I think, and I've said this before, if the government, this is the goon, by the way, this is the goon. But I've said it before, I've said it again. If the government thought that it is so important for the child support to be paid, then why don't they pay it up front to the parent who needs it and collect the money from the parent, non-offending parent or whatnot? Why make the children suffer? It makes no fucking sense to me. Sometimes what some of these hearings that we watch, the hourly rate of the judge, the administrators, and all the lawyers and stuff involved obviously equals out to more than what would just cover the child support for that case. And I understand that it doesn't make a lot of sense, except that it does make a lot of sense. We know that children do better when they have at least the financial support that they need. And so you can tell me all the time that it doesn't work and blah, 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 whatever. And I know I'm a socialist. That's right. I'm a fucking socialist. Goddamn communist. They're spending the time collecting the money anyways, right? It doesn't even make sense to me. They're doing all the work. Why not prepay? We know they have the ability. It would also keep them honest on both ends in terms of making sure that they only owed what they really owed for somebody. I know you are. Judge, what is going on here with the goon?
Didn't we have Kalila Robinson before?
Yeah, it's showing her that she's joining. Not sure if she have a little delay on her, but it's spooling the
Okay.
mic.
Remember, Georgia is very unique because they also have where you're not necessarily the parent until you establish paternity. And that's actually a type of lawsuit in the state of Georgia that you have to file as a dad to establish paternity. But you can be charged child support without paternity being established. It's very odd. It is one of the weirdest situations in all the states that we watch court in, because generally, like for example, in Texas, they combine those two issues. They have both the issue of visitation, child support, etc., handled in one hearing, and the Office of the Attorney General is responsible for filing those lawsuits, and then they basically go forth from there, which to me sounds a little bit more judicially economic. But
Judge,
here
you
in
want to move to
Georgia,
the next case? Because it looks like she's having technical difficulties.
again.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry, Mr. Miller. We're going to come back to you, okay?
All right.
Is Louisiana law different? We don't have very many
Okay,
Louisiana
Kenny Peak
cases.
and
I'd love any.
Interia Ellison.
If anybody has any courts they can link me to. And remember, I am Canadian and an immigrant to Canada, no less. How much more Canadian can you
Okay,
get?
can you both turn on your cameras and unmute?
Call center lady down here. That's the thing you wear in a call center.
Mr. Peak, can you turn on your camera and unmute? There you go.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second, please. I do apologize.
I need to put my pants on.
Give me 1 second.
I was born in Scotland, but I came to Canada when I was very young. Not quite young enough to allow me to donate blood, apparently legally, but long enough. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. But I'm a Canadian citizen fully. I have a Canadian passport. I thought she was the clerk too. She's got everything going on. Blurry background that looks vaguely government issue.
We're spending a lot of time waiting today.
Tell me about it, Judge.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it was.
Now, unmute, please, and I'll
And I have
both of you
O
raise your
negative
right
blood.
hands.
So here's what happened. I'll raise my hand too, Judge. I did give blood one time and I answered that question wrong. And then I donated blood, and then as I got older, I guess I recognized, like I realized, like, oh, you actually were in the UK longer than you thought you were, and now they won't accept my blood, but they still call me all the time because I have O negative blood, and they really like that.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to present is the truth and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Peak.
Yes, ma'am.
July the 1st, we received $98. Your child support amount is $14.89. And we've not received anything since then. I think you explained to me that your job was a little bit sporadic, but you reassured me that we would be getting some money. What is going on?
I actually paid $1,001 yesterday because I actually
you
got
did?
paid from the, yes, ma'am. I got paid from the client. I was supposed to do it last week, but she did not pay me last week. She thought from what she explained to me, is that she thought it would take me a lot sooner. So I did pay that money yesterday.
Okay. Attorney Irina Camarillo, are you able to see that money?
No, Your Honor.
It's too
soon.
Okay.
I can
Was that $14.89 a month? Really?
second, because they sent me a receipt.
Also in Texas, I think the maximum child support amount.
I have the payment ID details. Can you use that?
No, please, no.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna trust you on it. Because you're gonna have to be in front of both of us again, and that wouldn't be very good if that money didn't come through. But I'm trying to figure out what are we gonna do to get this situation just more consistent, because Miss Ellison really needs to know when she's gonna get that money so that she can, plan.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's difficult when it's this sporadic. Is there a time of month that you typically get paid?
Honestly, I do get paid as soon as the job is done. It just depends on the job, but I do have a job interview today at 12, and that's to be
Job interview today. Oh, it's always coming up, you guys. Always. If you're new here, I usually have an excuse counter. Where the fuck is my excuse counter? Oh, here it is. My excuse counter, where we keep track of how many excuses everybody has. But we could also keep track of what should we call them? Dashed hopes and dreams. Pipe dreams. I don't even know what to say. I mean, they always have something in the pipe that never fucking happens. You know what, sir? You need to hustle. You need to hustle. Obviously, at some point in time, you made enough money to get a high-ass child support payment.
a carpenter for a company, so hopefully that'll it'll be consistent work. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good. Well, we definitely wish you the best of luck with that. Okay. So that's a move in the right direction. So I'm going to reset this for August the 6th.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, September the 6th.
Okay.
6 days
So we can see what is going on, and we're trying to, of course, keep the money coming consistently. So, you need to have made another payment by then, so that, well, let me just, this is,
You gotta pay
This
your
is
child
August.
support every
Well,
fucking day.
I'm going to move that to, let's move it to September the 20th. Because we know that things get better at the end of the month for you. So we're going to just move it out a little bit more, because the whole goal is to try to keep the money going. Okay, are you okay, Ms. Ellison?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, he's so far behind. $1,000 or $500 here is not gonna catch him up. So I'm just waiting to hear what they say when he goes on next Tuesday to court. I don't know what that's about, but I didn't get subpoenaed.
There's
So I
There's
didn't get
another.
yes, I mentioned it last week, and I actually received a letter in the mail the next day. They didn't subpoena me, but he has to go before Judge Jackson next Tuesday,
Okay.
and that was sent in, I think, from Child Support Services, whatever that has to do with.
Do you know what that's about, Mr. Peak?
No, ma'am, because I haven't
Can
received
tell
any
you all right now. So that is going to be to adjudicate the arrears because the parties have a private order, not an order from DCSS. So we have to adjudicate the arrears that were accrued prior under the 21 FM case. That's the parties case. So we're just trying to adjudicate the arrears to make sure we're all on the same page about what those are.
Okay. So we're showing $7,626, Miss Ellison. Is that what you understand?
So, Your Honor, that's the ones that are on the STAR system, and those don't usually take into consideration the ones that were accrued before. What I can tell the parties is that was $7,953.19 as of September 30th, 2023. And then we'll run it forward from there. That's the mom comes in and does an affidavit. And so based on that, that was arrears as of September. And then we will run from there to current based on what he's paid into us and what's been due. And I will say to mom, you know, if he made any other direct payments to you, directly to you, not through DCSS, after you came in and filled out the application with us, you have to go down today and give them proof of that. If he comes in with proof of it and you didn't bring that proof to us, that is problematic.
What do you mean, as far as what? Paying towards actual child support?
Any money he paid to you for child support that he paid directly to you, not through DCSS, after the date that you came in and did your application with us, you need to come and tell us and give him credit for that. Because if he comes to court on Tuesday and he shows us proof that he's made payments that you didn't give him credit for, then that's problematic.
Well, it was the ones that he did do was on the other part pertaining to child care, because that was separate from child support.
Okay.
That's something that he's been paying me for. That
Okay,
was,
so-
it was something separate from what I.
Okay, so just make sure that you're available by the phone the entirety of the court date in case Mr. Pete comes in and we get into a discussion. We'll just need you to be available in case we need to confirm some things with you.
Okay.
So if you get a phone
wanna-
number you don't recognize, pick up.
And you might want to, if you have receipts about that, you might want to just make sure they're available too. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to.
What fucking job do these people have that they have all that money? And why is he's up to date on the child care costs? That seems odd. All of this sounds very problematic, doesn't it, Courtney? It all sounds problematic. Problems. Lucky this is a mechanical counter and not electronic, or else problem counter would be exploding.
Go ahead and, like I said, reset this for September the 20th. We'll also know what has happened with regards to that case, but of course, we don't handle the arrearages. What we're trying to do is keep money from going into arrearages. So,
And see, there's another weird situation. Why on earth would they have two different judges handling this case? One for the current and one for the arrearages? How on earth does that make judicial sense? Like economy, for judicial economy. That doesn't make any sense. Like I said, in Texas, the judge would handle, I guess now, arrears, current child support, and visitation in one.
hopefully we can get things moving on both parts. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Enjoy your weekends. Bye-bye.
I have no understanding of what's going on here. Oh, good eye, Nico.
Okay, let's see if we have Quinturius Johnson, position number 3, come through yet.
Unfortunately, no, and we do not have a phone number for him on file, so we're not able to actually call him.
Okay. Okay, just bring in Miss Simmons then.
I miss Judge Webster so much. I think he doesn't like me. And he's one of the ones I care about.
Okay, Miss Simmons, we have not been able to locate Mr. Johnson. We didn't have a telephone number on file, and he's not here. Do you have any information? Do you
I've
communicate with?
seen him posting on Facebook. No. I've seen him posting on Facebook. So I mean, I'm sure he knew. I know he has no intention to pay. He's like 5,000 behind. You know, I know he said something about he's on an ankle monitor, but I saw a post on Facebook. He was at his son's daycare. So, you know, he just doesn't want to. I just thought that this would encourage him to. I just
I
at this
take it he's not exercising visitation. He's not at all
no.
involved.
No. Oh no.
Okay.
Definitely
Okay.
not.
Well,
No.
if it's okay with you, I'm gonna go ahead and issue a warrant. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I just think the best, you know, she's 12 now. I'm starting to feel like the best thing to do is try to get his rights terminated, you know, because it's just he's on the ankle monitor for a murder charge, and he just went to jail for aggravated assault in January. So, you know, it's just
I understand. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and do the arrest warrant. Did you already sign the warrant in court?
Oh my
Do you
God.
know?
when I went to the initial application, I did sign.
Okay, good. Okay, so I might just need to sign and that will take care of it. Are you seeing that, Mr. Freeman?
Yes, we have her signature.
Okay, good. Then I'll just go ahead and
Yeah.
sign that one.
This
Okay, then.
turn.
Ms. Simmons, you're free to go. You do not have to come back to any more of my hearings. The next stop is gonna be state court, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck to you.
He was here earlier. He gave gifts, Courtney.
Okay, position number 5. Let's try one last time for Elliot Miller and Kalila Robinson.
Miss Robinson never signed back in.
She never came back in.
No, I'm gonna have one of the clerks try to call her to see if she's having an issue connecting. If you can give me a few minutes, we do have Mr.
Okay.
For position number 2. He signed
Got
it.
it?
Oh, Markel Hurd?
Yes, he just signed it.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. Well, go ahead and bring him in. We'll go ahead and see what's going on. I think that's one of your establishment cases.
Yes.
I see it! Congratulations! Oh my God. We have a real YouTuber in our midst. Mikey, you got the check mark.
Okay, Mr. Hurd, can you turn on your camera, please?
Wow, you must know people.
How you doing?
Okay, hi there, Mr. Hurd. Okay, well, have you heard from Miss Lewis?
No.
Okay, because she brought this matter, but now she's not here to move it.
Excuse me,
Well,
Judge.
actually,
She was
did
just in a waiting room a few minutes ago and she got kicked back out. So I'm trying to call her right now.
Miss Lewis or Miss Robinson?
Lewis as well. She was in there a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
It's basically a precursor to this plaque thing that you're gonna get when you hit 100K. I'm so jealous, baby. Good job. You work very hard though,
Well,
Mikey.
just
So
to let you know, I made a payment. It was yesterday.
Sir,
And
I'm
had gone to the
speaking.
barber. So it is a payment made though. I paid
How much?
$1,200, $1,100.
Okay.
Your Honor, it looks like this case.
I mean, I'm in the partner program. You can be in the partner program without having a check mark. It's a little bit more nuanced than that. As long as you're monetized, you're in the YouTube partner program, I think. So I've got that. At least let me have that, please.
So let me just see, wrote something real quick. It looks like the reason we don't have a support amount on there is it looks like the case was closed in our office. And I'm trying to see why. There was a final order done, one second, that did establish an amount. And the child in this case is Cashton, right?
Cashton.
Mr. Hurd, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So he is supposed to be, all I can say is he's supposed to be paying $264 a month. It was effective June 1st, so it just started. But as far as DCSS, it looks like I want to see if I can see why.
Yeah, that is what I think is reality. So yeah, if you have a YouTube manager, that's definitely a level above where I'm at. But I do believe that Checkmark Boy has connections, obviously. I'm just joking. Mikey, you know we love you around here. Don't forget us, the little people, when you get so big.
We're showing up as closed. However, I don't see why they would have.
But even if it was open, isn't he current?
Well, it started June, so I don't have any proof. Let me ask, can you ask Mr. Hurd, did he pay directly to mom or did he send that money to DCSS?
I put it in a kiosk.
Yeah,
But
they
I should-
can't.
In a Kia? Sir, people steal those cars so easily. Please do not put your money into Kias, allegedly. Allegedly. Also, yes, this is where the creators come and hang out sometimes. Because we understand each other. And YouTube Daddy is my manager, too. No, not really. More like my boss? I don't know. YouTube Daddy's more like, I don't even know.
She said I probably had hit purge on it, but I ain't hit no purge.
Yeah, I'm a little confused on this case, to be honest. I don't, okay.
She said did a purge, probably did a purge on it.
Okay,
Come on.
oh, hold on, Your Honor. It looks like they opened it up under a different case number. If you'll bear with me, it looks like they have a different ID. So let me go to that ID. And it took me going all the way back some months to be able to see that note. Okay, all right, I've got it here. So on this one, okay, here we go. I've got the that Mr. Hurd paid April 1st, 2024. He paid $968. I've got he's behind $2,199.50 as of the end of last month. So I've got that he paid April 1st, $968. He's supposed to pay $264 a month.
Well, so I'm confused. This is not an establishment case.
No, it's not. It's not on the
Okay.
on the case number that we received for this case. That's not the correct stars number. That's their old case number, that 2500.
Okay.
So when mom did the application, she put their old stars number. It's really it's a different number now.
So
It does look like he paid a purge on August 1st. It hasn't come through our system, but I can see that he went to the kiosk regarding his driver's license, and he made a driver's license purge of $1,067.
Yeah,
I do see a note about that.
Yeah, I've been trying to make an appointment there, but like I said, I got to a car accident and had no car. But I know I had to make the payment. But
Okay.
they sent me a notice in the mail saying my driver's license been suspended, so I ain't been able to drive. So I got a ride down there yesterday to talk to him like, why my license suspended? She said, well, they ain't suspended as of now, but you owe the money for the arrears. So she said, just go ahead and make a payment. She said 20%, but I just went on and just paid a nice little balance so I can, try to get a little breathing room to catch up.
Okay. Well, that is good. So,
Wait, she understood that? She understood that? I'm not sure I did. I did hear, I think want a little breathing room.
Miss Arena Camarillo, is there an arrearage right now? If
Also,
that
Becky,
money,
now that my computer's good, I'm re-upping my application as West Coast correspondent for late night West Coast chases. I can handle it now.
we're paid.
So I can't
Plus, I
say
think
for
that
sure, Your Honor, because
maybe
our
people were, like,
system
looking at me too.
doesn't work like that, and that I can only see as of the end of last month on here. But I will say, it doesn't appear to me it would be paid off, because if he came in and paid 1,067 on
It's only
August 1st,
as of
so
yesterday.
yeah,
was-
but so
It was 2,200 yesterday. When I went down there, I said it was 2,200 even.
okay, right. So you still owe a balance.
Probably like 1,100 more. Probably like
Okay,
1,000.
good.
to
That's about what I see too. Okay, good. That's the math that I see as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do, in your case, I am going to give you until October the 4th, because you seem committed to just going ahead and taking care of your
Yeah,
arrearages.
I ain't trying to play with the court. I just
So-
want I catch up. I had, you know, it rough out here, but I'm definitely making effort to put the catch up and stay current. No more arrear behind. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Definitely making effort. So you
Okay.
ain't need to worry about me her coming and saying no payment. I'm definitely putting all my effort towards making payments and consistent.
Well, I can see it. So, I'm hoping that come October the 4th, you're caught up and you're just making the payments of $264 a month, and we can just go ahead and dismiss this. So, you know, just be prepared to show on that day, and you know what you're up against. So,
Yeah, I had my receipt.
hopefully we can-
Yeah, I had a receipt. They had a
Okay.
payment. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
That reminds me of
Okay, you are dismissed. You have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
You're
we're
welcome.
trying, Judge, but everybody's interrupting me, and I'm trying to talk about a catch-up fucking puzzle
Judge,
that
we
I
have position number 5 back.
Okay, Mr. Miller and Miss Robinson.
Oh, weird. Okay, here we go, sir. Oh yeah, Mikey, earlier people were seeing hairy vag on their thumbnails on the main
Okay, Miss Robinson, can you turn on your camera, please?
position 5, that's leg up in the air, pillow under back.
Okay, and to unmute. I'm gonna have both of you raise your right hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to present is the truth and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Miller, I am showing that the last payment that we received was $543 on May the 1st. Did you make another payment since then?
They, for some reason, they just now took out 275. Actually today or yesterday. They've had the order over a month ago. I don't know what problem been with the employer, but they just took it out my check.
Oh, can you see that, Miss Arena Camarillo? No.
No, Your Honor. It sounds like it was a couple days ago, and I'm not showing that yet. I do show where
No.
we're sending FIW in July 1st, and so it makes sense that now money would be coming out of his check.
Okay. And I'm sorry, because I know, Miss Robinson, you would not have it yet if we can't see it, but that's a good sign. What I'm gonna do is just reset this one more time so that we can verify that it's really happening, because once it is in place, then you're gonna get your money regularly. Now, of course, you're still gonna have to deal with your arrearages through Superior Court, but at least it'll stop growing at this point. So I am going to do a reset to, let's see, September 20th. Okay, and hopefully everything is in place and everybody will be doing what they need to do. Okay?
That'll work. Okay.
Okay, then. You guys have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
All right.
You too. Thank you.
That's it, Judge. You did such a good job, except you really
Judge, I
did.
have a Katrina Johnson in the waiting room. I am not sure who
No, that was me.
Oh, that's
That
you?
was me trying to get in. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, that would have been a
And that was it. That's all she wrote. Okay. I think we did it. We did a really good job today, guys. Us working hard together, being friends. And I'm so happy for Mikey getting his check mark. That's an amazing thing to get on a Friday night, no less. What a fucking awesome weekend gift. Amazing. Hopefully one day I have that to look forward to. That and so much more. I hope. I hope that everybody had a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow. We will be doing something different tomorrow. And then don't forget, 2 times on Sunday. We have Sunday Court Watchers Anonymous and then members only. We have so many new members. I have to put on a new members only every week that tops the last one. So it's going to be great. Aw, you guys are so sweet. I really appreciate each and every one of you so much. Remember that. I love you. I am proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.